Ahead of tonight's Champions League clash, Mikel Arteta's side have suffered back-to-back defeats for the first time this season. But goalkeeper David Raya, who didn't feature in either of those games, promises the team aren't dwelling on the past.
That is gone. We just have to use that feel, that pain that we had after the game, just to pick it up for the rest of the season. I don't think the word is pressure. I think it's an opportunity.
Meanwhile, Sean Dyche has revealed to us he was never approached about taking the Spurs vacancy earlier this season. But would he have taken the job had he been asked?
I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't look for money. They could offer me a massive amount of money. I'm sure they're capable of it, and I'm sure, well, allegedly, they've offered Deserby a massive amount of money. No, it'd have been about what you're going to gain me as a human being.
The Scottish Premiership now, and Celtic will host Hearts on the final day of the season in what could be a title-deciding clash. The league splits in two after this weekend, with the remaining fixtures now confirmed. Hearts are just 1 point clear of Rangers and 3 above Celtic. Elsewhere today, Aaron Ramsey says he can't thank the Red Wall enough for all their support after retiring from football aged 35. And ex-Australia batter David Warner has been charged with drink driving in Sydney. He'll face court on May the 7th after allegedly being stopped in a random breath test on Easter Sunday. There's plenty more at talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
Wireless Festival has been cancelled after headliner Kanye West was banned from the UK, and Trump has threatened to end Iranian civilization if they don't meet his deadline to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With over 400 EV-ready centres across the UK, we're top of the league for electric car owners. Visit quickfit.com and book today.
A dry and sunny day for most. Breezy around some coasts, but for many, temperatures will be well above.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. I keep thinking it's Monday, but it's not. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Drive Time on talkSPORT, Champions League Drive as well. With me, Andy Goldstein, and of course, Ipswich Town Hall of Famer, Darren Bent.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, you good?
You all right?
Yeah.
You had a good time?
Yeah, I've lost one piece of my
What's the matter?
I've lost this part of my earphone.
Oh, that's no good, is it?
Yeah, but I had it just now.
That's no good. No good at all, is it?
May I continue?
Well, I bet he looks for that. Let me tell you about a by Jingo kind of show we have for you today. Steven Gerrard is worried for Arne Slott's job. But would Liverpool fans take the club legend as their next gaffer? We'll start with that. You can get involved now if you want. 03717 223344. Darren Bent will also be reacting to Arsenal's quadruple, then treble dream coming to an end at the hands of Southampton this time.
Enjoy the job.
Are their fans worried they could end up with nothing? That would be... Win! Stop it! Oh, he's met Keown. Keown, down! Good boy. We'll also, of course, look ahead to a huge, massive night in the Champions League live on talkSPORT. Could Sporting make it 3 defeats on the bounce for Arsenal? Win! Stop it! Get off the couch. Hey! Oh, Keown's done one of them in the corner. We'll clear that up in a minute. Bent is also going to discuss Ipswich getting lucky in his EFL corner. All that plus, of course, Adi Oladipo joins us in the studio for our weekly boxing roundup.
The second voice.
Yes, to talk about the best, worst fight I've ever seen. All that and more coming up with today's Drive Time show. Be a part of it if you want. See if I care. 03717 223344.
Well, your problem was with Win the Dog.
Oh, 100%, yeah. He's having a giggle.
He's mine. Down, boy. There you go. Little Win the Dog. Eh? Little Win the Dog would have seen his little Arsenal chums running about with pens and holding the football between each one's heads in the middle of what is going on at your club. What's all that about?
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? How are you anyway? How's your Easter?
No.
We start with how...
Capitulation.
Hey, we start with a festive how are you?
Oh, fine, okay. I'm good. Do you have a lot of eggs? Your kids must have had bundles of eggs.
Yeah, loads. We did the old egg hunt.
Yeah?
In the garden.
Who did that? Who put them out?
Mrs. B.
No,
yeah.
The Easter Bunny, Darren.
Yeah, no. The Mrs. B helped the Easter Bunny.
Oh, fine, okay. Mrs. B is B for bunny.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay, yeah. Mrs. Bunny.
Yeah. Did that bit of gardening. Your body's hurting me now, man.
What do you do in the garden?
The father-in-law trimmed the bushes, that big hedges I'm talking about in front of my house. I had to carry them, put them in the skip.
To carry them?
No, climb up on ladders, because my house is old. Right?
Yeah.
It's been there since how long?
It's not a tree house, so is it?
No, but obviously, to stick the bushes on the wall, you have to, that wire That nails. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Stick the bushes on the wall.
Yeah, so you know you get
like a nursery rhyme.
No, so you have the bushes on the wall, but there's
bushes on the wall.
Like,
of the house.
Of the house,
right?
But they're tied up by like wire,
right?
So I had to climb the ladder and cut all these wires.
Why are you cutting them off?
Because it was just like making the house look messy.
Bushes too big.
You're too big, out of control. Gardener saying that he can't look after it.
Okay,
that's his job. But you know,
it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but do you think this is weird?
Go on.
So we did the gardening, right? He's there gardening alongside me, but he still wants to charge me. But I'm out there with him.
I mean, you're charging for his time. He could be somewhere else.
Yeah, but why am I doing?
I don't know why you're out there.
Do you know what I mean?
But we don't have a cleaner at my house, right? Contrary to what people think because of the job I do, but we don't have a cleaner. But I know people who have cleaners, and they will clean alongside their cleaner because they feel a little bit guilty. I don't get that.
No, but no, yeah. Other than that, it was all good.
Oh, that's nice. I said to one with Billy before he came on, something very bizarre in the fridge. Someone has brought to work a jar of pickled cucumbers.
Yeah.
That weird? Just in the fridge. Usually I thought a fridge at work was just for drinks or for your lunch.
Yeah, maybe that's someone's lunch.
A jar of pickled cucumbers waiting.
Pickled cucumbers, isn't there?
Yeah.
Not gherkins, cucumbers.
Well, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Is it?
I'm guessing a cucumber and a gherkin the same thing.
They don't taste the same.
Well, one's pickled.
I thought cucumber was like watery, and then gherkins have got little pop to them.
It's a very good point. I would imagine they are the same family.
Yeah.
A gherkin and a cucumber.
Maybe that's some people. I know some people that like to have like a tuna sandwich and shove a couple of gherkins in it.
I bet you do. We've got lots.
about.
Charles Beer, 5 big. We've got lots coming up on today's show. A bit later on, Addy Oladipo in about 20 minutes' time will be in the studio. Talk about the fight from the weekend.
We'll say thank you to Tony. He said it's in a wire trellis, Darren.
Oh, okay.
On the walls, yeah.
All right. Let me write that down. Make sure I never use that info again. We've got Addy coming in, talk about the fight.
Honestly.
Ridiculous.
Do you know what's funny? I know we're going to talk to Addy about it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I was watching. It looked like two really old guys fighting.
They've had 8 pints each. And they're going, I'll meet you in the car park then.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. But it was great.
Yeah, it was a great spectacle.
Yeah.
But
it's a great, awful fight.
Yeah. But actually, I'm looking at Wilder.
I paid for that.
Me too. $24.99 I paid.
I paid $19.99. Why am I paying less?
Why am I paying more?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I did mine through the app.
Yeah, I did mine on my Amazon. I did it through that way.
Oh, okay. I did mine on the app.
But, yeah, it was a weird old fight, wasn't it?
Did Bobby your stick?
Philly?
Hey. By the way, for legal reasons, I am joking. Right?
Why would Bill not dump it? Because Joe usually dump it.
You don't need to dump it.
It's like Bill's trying to get me in trouble.
People know I'm joking, right? Because everyone knows the stick is upstairs in the bedroom. Right, I'm joking again. He doesn't have one in his house. He doesn't have one in his house, all right? It's in the shed at the bottom of the garden. Right, let's start with all things Liverpool, shall we? Because Steven Gerrard is worried for Arne Slot's job. So is the clock ticking for the Liverpool gaffer.
Doku coming inside, he's found O'Reilly, the angle is tight, he's knocked it square, and Haaland has a hat-trick. Liverpool are being utterly dismantled. Erling Haaland with yet another hat-trick.
I think he'll survive till the end of the season, and I think ideally the hierarchy wants to give him more time.
If Arne Slot doesn't get Liverpool in the Champions League for next season, then he's gone.
A few performances from the Reds that I've been worried, very worried by the energy of the players.
Yeah, Liverpool were well and truly smashed 4-0 by Man City in the FA Cup over the weekend. It's increased the pressure on Arne Slot with his side heading to PSG in the Champions League. It's live on talkSPORT tomorrow night. Liverpool legend Steven Gerrard was on the breakfast show this morning. He said he's concerned for Slotty's job.
Abby, I must say, and that's why I say, in the previous question, that I think the Fulham game is just as important. And I think, if the ownership and the people above, they see that gap to Villa and United stretches or gets any worse, I worry for the manager's position. I don't want to see that happen. I'm a huge fan of Arne Slot. I was blown away by his first season. I must say he's a good man. He's obviously a very, very good coach. The job he done. I think the key to this situation will be the Fulham game in terms of, if he can put more heat on United and Villa, and he can stay in the PSG game into next week. I think everything will be fine and in a better place in 5-6 days' time. But if this was to get any worse, I'd be worried to the manager, I must say.
I thought he was brilliant this morning.
Yeah, it was a great interview. Well done, Breakfast Show, for getting him on. Do you think it's a worry for Arne Slot when a club legend like Gerrard comes out and says he's worried for his job? I suppose he's just telling the truth, right? Yeah,
I look at Stevie and the Liverpool connection as not only is one of their greatest ever players, there's an argument he's their greatest ever player, but he's also a fan. That's his football club. So he's probably airing what a lot of supporters are feeling. Like, there's going to be some supporters that are like, no, give him a bit more time because he did win the league last season, and that's no easy feat to do. But there's going to be some Liverpool fans out there that, nope, I've had enough. And I think if Liverpool don't finish in the Champions League this season, then I don't see how he stays, because Liverpool need to be in the Champions League every single season. They're big enough. They've won it. 6 times have they won it? I think Liverpool have won the Champions League. I almost feel like the Champions League isn't normal with them when they're not in it. A little bit like Man United. I know you have not been in it for a little bit, but a little bit with you lot. But for Arne Slot as well, you got given that war chest as well at the start of the season. We broke the transfer record twice. You brought in Wirtz, who I think's top player. I think Isak will be a top player. But you also had Ekitike there before he got there. Kirkes last season, one of the best fullbacks, if not the best left back in the league. You were given all these riches, and it just looks at time it looks dreadful. And at the weekend against Man City, I couldn't believe that the gap between the two teams.
They were lost, weren't they?
Like lost. And you think about it, I know I always say that players have got to take some of the blame, and I agree with that in terms of some of the individual performances. But even like Salah this season is gone completely the other way. Now I know there's obviously circumstances at the start of the season. We God rest his soul, Diego Jota. That obviously Darwin Núñez left. Luis Diaz wanted to go. He's gone to Bayern, and it's crazy. Like he's obviously been electric. But for Liverpool right now, like battling for Champions League, that shouldn't be happening.
No. One thing that Gerrard said I thought was very interesting. He also said this morning he's ready to get back into management when the time is right. Do you think maybe there's not a conflict of interest, but if he's going to come on, he obviously would want the Liverpool job, I would imagine, right?
Of course, yeah.
He's going to come on. Can he possibly be guilty of maybe adding a little bit more pressure or not? Because it's almost like, and I'd do the same, by the way. It's almost like, I want that job.
Joe, I think he's tried to go around it in a quite a respectable way. Like, I don't think he's gone in with the intentions of, listen, it's not working, it's not good enough.
No, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? So I think he's tried to be respectful, because I'm guessing he's still quite heavily close to the club. But again, I look at Steven Gerrard as not only a player, but as a fan of that football club as well. And he's just airing what other, like loads of, I think he even said a lot of his mates are Liverpool fans as well.
Yeah.
But for Arne Slot, they need a result. Like the last 2 results, Brighton getting beat 2-1 and 4-0 by City. But the City one,
it's the manner which.
That's the one that I couldn't believe. Like the gap, usually those games are brilliant games. Even the one at Anfield where City won 2-1, but it went right down to the wire, didn't it? And it had a bit of controversy and stuff. This one, it just felt like Liverpool didn't show up. Did not show up at all.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because they've got to recover soon. They've just got battered by Man City at the weekend. They've got PSG tomorrow.
Wow.
How big a game is that?
Massive. And PSG, same time last year, clicked into gear this stage where you went, oh my goodness. All of a sudden, they look like the best team on the planet. And PSG looked like that in their last Champions League game against Chelsea, where they scored 5 in the first and they smashed them in the second leg 3-0. They look like they're now starting to purr again. And for Liverpool, it's about a performance. I don't think they're going to beat PSG, but at the same time, they need a level of performance, man. Because if they go and get beat 5-3 and they get beat 8 over 2 legs, the pressure on Arne Slot then is even bigger.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he'll see out start the season. I was going to see out the season.
No, he'll see the season out.
Yeah, but then I don't think he'll start next season. So it's almost a case of who next. Do you think Liverpool fans would take Gerrard?
I think Liverpool fans, I think their heart would love to see Stevie Gerrard in now.
Because he, as you would say, knows the club.
He doesn't. Hey, didn't say that when Beck said it, though, did you? Beck said knows the club.
It's Sir David.
Okay,
to you.
I apologise.
Yeah.
When Sir David Beckham said he knew the club, I've never seen you so mute.
I was taking it in, trying to think whether or not he was right.
No, mute. And but he does know the club. But I think Liverpool fans, from a smarter perspective, would want Xabi Alonso, just because he's a little bit more battle tested.
Okay, but if they couldn't get Alonso, but they could get Gerrard now, you think they'd take Gerrard? Is he next on that list?
It's such a difficult question, because I think they'd give him the time he needs to get that role. But it's such a tough question, because you are talking about, again, one of their legends of that. Not only legend of this in terms of the Premier League, but there's an argument him or King Kenny is the greatest ever Liverpool player.
That's right.
And they absolutely love him.
And Kenny did a great job, right, when he was manager the first time round.
I expect to see Stevie at Liverpool at some point.
Yeah, me too.
In his career. He's a bit like Lampard and Chelsea. He's come really early. But there are certain players...
As a number 2, would he do that? If Alonso was offered the job and took it, and he was offered number 2, would he do that?
I don't know why you wouldn't. I know you got pride.
I don't want to use the word it's beneath him, but he's been manager of Celtic, manager of Rangers, and manager of Aston Villa.
Yeah, which are big clubs.
Yeah,
obviously, Xabi Alonso, Leverkusen, Real Madrid. So he's had the big job.
Of course. I don't know if Gerrard sees himself as a number 2 at Liverpool.
I get it. But go there for, I don't know how long, with Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
Get not even so much the experience, but just go there. You're part of Liverpool again. And they played. Listen, them two in the middle of the park were unbelievable together.
Yeah.
So it might be a little good tandem on the sidelines.
We're going to talk boxing in 15 minutes' time. Adel Oladipo will be in our studio. He was in the ring, actually, at the weekend, but we'll talk all things boxing to him in 15 minutes, and that means you've got about that time to have your say on national radio. Liverpool fans, would you take Gerrard as your next manager? Would you like him to come in now, or are you happy for Slotty to see out the whole season? Or maybe Slotty should stay and have another season.
Slotty.
Maybe he's got credit in the bank. Won the Premier League.
I mean, that's when we're a little bit... You win the Premier League, it's a little bit like, oof.
But then, cutthroat business.
Yeah, true.
We're talking all things Slotty. 03717 22 Dial that number. You can have your say live on Drive on talkSPORT in seconds. Go on, get dialing. Go on.
What has happened to the greatest side the world has ever seen without ever winning the Champions League? It's an absolute joke. They're full of it. Are they a good side? Yeah. But the guff that's been coming out of Gooner's mouth of late is unbelievable. And they had to be brought down a peg or two. Absolutely screamed with delight at the weekend when they got knocked out by Southampton.
Jason, you need one of them for Liam Rosenior.
Joe Bart,
have you got one of them for Liam?
Club World Champions, have some respect on the club name. Two Champions Leagues. But
that's the past, mate.
Joe,
it don't matter.
Joe, see this?
It doesn't matter.
See that bad boy? See that?
All I see is illegal money. All I see is illegal money, mate.
No, broke rules.
Honestly.
Didn't cheat.
Yeah. Broke rules, didn't cheat.
Hiya. All I'm hearing again from you Gooners is excuse after excuse. I think you win the title. You lot now, Bottle Job FC, are at it again. You're at it again.
How can you say that? You've just won the Club World Cup and you're probably not even going to make it in Europe. You're struggling at the moment, man. What's going on? Seriously, come on, man. Listen, you said it yourself. The league is ours, right? Champions League as well. We've got an easy route.
So it's what? The league is over. It's done, is it?
It's done. It's cooked. 9 points clear.
Cooked.
It's done.
I've got a quick question, though.
Go on, mate.
Obviously, you was...
Be careful, by the way, Jermaine, because you got spanked on the weekend.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Right,
We're cooked.
Just be careful.
That's totally fine.
Right, cool.
And I accept it.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
TalkSPORT Champions League drive, I'll have you know, on TalkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, still to come. We'll be joined in the studio by TalkSPORT's boxing host, the brilliant Adi Oladipo. I'm looking at my switchboard, by the way. I shouldn't tell you this, but we had 2 callers lined up that just dropped off. We've got 1 standing by, so that means if you're a Liverpool fan and you want to speak, and usually you go, I'll never get through, you'll go straight to air. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that because they're meant to be calling other people back. But if you call now, you'll be next. 03717223344. I won't get in trouble. I'll run this place. Just quickly, Wales captain and former Arsenal midfielder Aaron Ramsey has retired from professional football.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
Harry Maguire has signed a new 1-year deal at Man United with the option to extend a further year.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I am happy with that. He deserves it. I've been a big critic of his in the past.
I know, yeah.
I thought he's had a good season under Carrick. No,
Yeah, no, but I just thought maybe it's time to move on.
Okay.
Get someone else in.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Liverpool fans, we're taking your calls on Steven Gerrard. You can dial in now and you'll be next. 03717 223344. You'll be next right after Andy, the Liverpool fan, has had his say. Hello, Andy.
Hello, fellas. How are you? All right?
We're great, man. How are you today?
Yeah, good. Not too bad at all. And I'm just a little bit down on the, obviously, Liverpool situation. But I agree with what you've touted there, and the fact that we should have Gerrard in there for the last. We should have got him in before Saturday's dire performance. I went to the game, and it was just we were fabulous for the first 35 minutes, but just fell off a cliff after the penalty decision. So I would have had Gerrard in there before that game, because it might have inspired Liverpool for 2 big games against City and obviously the quarter-final against Paris Saint-Germain.
Andy, what has gone wrong? Because you're talking about last season you won the league, this season you're so far off it. What's happened? It almost feels like you've invested in the squad. I think you've built some really good players, but you're further away than you were last year, so I don't understand what's quite happened.
Well, you know what? Anyone who knows me I've touted that Liverpool were very lucky to win the league last year. When Slot came in, we gave every opportunity for other teams, i.e. Arsenal and Chelsea, to take that title from us last year, and they never took it. We're very much like Arsenal have done this season. They've offered opportunities for other teams, and they haven't taken it. Now, Liverpool did that last year, and they won the league fair and square. But the football was really boring last year, and we were very fortunate to win a lot of the games that we won last year. And we started this season in a similar way, where we won 5 games in a trot. And how we ever won some of those games, I don't know. We were abysmal, and yet we got across the line.
Andy, you'd get rid of the manager now, would you?
He should have gone before Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, thanks for your call. Let's take as many as we call. Mike's a Liverpool fan. Hello, Mike. How are you?
How you doing? All right?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
No, I'm all right. I just phoned up about Slot. I just get rid, man. I can't handle it anymore.
When did you come to that conclusion? Over the weekend or weeks ago or what?
Oh, no, about 6 months ago, mate, to be quite honest.
Wow.
I just, I don't quite understand what he's trying to do tactics-wise. He can't decide on what the best starting 11 is. We won the league last year because other teams dropped off, and it was mainly Klopp's team. Like I said, Diaz and Trent were still about. And I watch each game full of optimism, just be let down again. It's like a balloon.
Yeah, no, listen, I understand it. And again, I put it to the previous caller. I just don't understand how they got so bad. Tactically, I understand.
Do you remember me saying this last season, though?
Yeah.
Saying, just calm down. He might not be a great manager. And everyone thought I was nuts saying that.
No, I get what you're saying, but listen, he still did what he needed to do. But
I know, but he inherited the team with arguably 4 of the best ever Premier League players in.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to argue it. I just think that he did a good job last season, but this season they've been so far off it.
Yeah, falling off a cliff. Oliver's up next. Hi, Oliver.
Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Oliver, do you want some more Liverpool under Slot or not?
Similar to your last 2 there, I think it's very much a case of, I don't think he should have been in probably for the past 6 months.
Wow.
There was a lot of talk kind of after the PSV game. A lot of Premier League games you kind of see they seem to lack intensity, which is a real shame because you don't want to compare managers Slot to Klopp because Klopp was a different breed, but the players don't seem to have the same drive. You know, the game against Manchester City on the weekend, the fact that there was talk that they were giving up, doesn't bode well. You know, you look to the manager for kind of leadership and a sense of direction and drive, and there just doesn't seem to be anything. And you know, you've got to account for mitigating circumstances with Isak being injured. Salah's had a bit of a decline. There have been positives with Ekitike, and I think Ekitike and Wirtz have worked well together. So there is a foundation there, but I think a bit of work needs to be done, and I'm not sure that Slot is the man to do that. I was behind him last season. I thought he was mustard. But I've obviously been proven to be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, 6 months is harsh.
That is a little bit harsh.
Because, you know, 6 months ago, they were still, I guess, still in the title race for winning games, but the performances just haven't been good enough. But
Do you think Liverpool will get Champions League football?
Yeah.
You do?
I say
they
that.
Get top 5?
I mean, I've said that just off the cuff, but I'm looking...
Well, Man City and Arsenal, either way, 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, Man United
will be there.
Villa will be there.
That's 4.
Yeah, and then they're currently a 5th.
Who, remind me, it's them, Chelsea, who else?
Brentford.
Okay.
But no, I think Liverpool will get... Because they're... I mean, Villa got a nice gap, man. Little 6 points there.
Yeah.
So, sorry, 5 points there. Little gap.
At this stage of the season, that's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, but the only problem they've got is they've got the worst goal difference between Chelsea and 6th, Liverpool. Villa have got +5. Everyone else is better than theirs.
Yeah. Long way to go still.
Yeah.
In fact, still to come on our show, we'll be joined in the studio in just a moment by talkSPORT's brilliant boxing host, Andy Oladipo. First up, it's time for no Googling. Over the weekend, Leeds reached their first FA Cup semi-final since 86-87. We want to know who the only other team to ever go 39 years between 2 semi-finals. Do you know that? Good question. The answer to that, more football chat and boxing chat when we come back on a busy drive time show on Tuesday, live on talkSPORT.
I mean, I know you want to be diplomatic and you're maybe tiptoe around it, but would you have gone in for the Tottenham job? Would you have taken it? Given what we've seen, we've watched Tottenham and everyone's sort of dancing around it.
You just mentioned something there, and this would be more important to me, and obviously the career I've had, it does pay well. I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't look in for money. They could offer me a massive amount of money. I'm sure they're capable of it, and I'm sure, well, allegedly, they've offered De Zerbi a massive amount of money.
It would have been about
No, it'd have been about what you're going to gain me as a human being. What would I gain, right? You go in there, you get the job done. 6 games into next season. If you're not in the top 4 and the football's not what they want, rubbish, get them out. So you're not going to gain a lot there, are you? So then, and that's if you get the job done, because it's not easy. And then you don't get the job done, and then somehow it's on my neck that I took Tottenham down. You go, well, that ain't good for me as a human. This is not even about football. I'm going, well, that ain't good, is it?
What do you reckon?
You know what I mean? So I go, and then you get some money, and I go, well, I'm not thirsty for that. I've got some money, so how much do you want?
You know the dynamic of the industry. We all know the 2 biggest commodities in football are talent and gossip, right? Or money and gossip. Money and gossip, right?
You must have sad, isn't it? If it's an equal measure, money and gossip beats talent.
Money and gossip was what I meant. Money and gossip, right? What do you think is wrong with Tottenham?
Well, I mean, I find it I find it really interesting from the outside. I know Thomas. And if I was a Tottenham fan, and I know a few, I thought the manager was getting a hell of a lot of heat and weight on that. And if I was Tottenham, I'd be looking at some of the players, me personally, I'd be going, hang on a minute. Look at all this money they've spent. And money doesn't guarantee anything, by the way. It's another myth about football. But it gives you a better chance. And you're going, right, so they've spent this money. Look at these players. Allegedly, I keep hearing this, and I don't Forest, all these talented players. Talent is when you deliver. You can be telling if you're not delivering, that ain't talent.
Joey Barton has denied assaulting a man outside a golf club. He's jointly charged with inflicting GBH with intent on an ex-non-league football manager. Barton appeared via video link from prison. He'll now stand trial on September the 1st. Elsewhere, Aaron Ramsey has admitted his decision to retire has not been an easy one. He hasn't played football since leaving Mexican club Pumas in December. Now, Harry Maguire's signed a one-year contract extension at Manchester United with an option to extend for one more. Director Jason Wilcox says Maguire has the mentality and resilience they need. Our chief football correspondent is Alex Crook.
I know there'll be question marks when you look at Maguire's career. Have there been more lows than highs? But I think that word that Jason Wilcox uses there, resilience, you can't question Maguire's character. There's been times when he's been jeered, even by his own supporters, but he keeps on bouncing back.
We understand Maguire's taken a pay cut to stay and could have earned more if he'd left on a free. We're also told Kobbie Mainoo's close to agreeing a new deal at Manchester United. Now, this week could be decisive, not just for Arne Slot's future, but for Liverpool's entire season. That's what Steven Gerrard told us on breakfast this morning.
They've got to stand up and be counted individually and collectively. They've got to stick together. And they've got to try and grasp the opportunity of putting pressure on the likes of Aston Villa and United from a league point of view with the Fulham game, which I think is arguably just as important.
And as Courtney Lawes returns from France to play for Sale Sharks, the 37-year-old flanker says he's still good enough to play for England again. He's hoping for a recall. There's more on the website at talksport.com.
Don't talk over it, because then you look like an amateur. There's a gap in this song, but if you talk over the gap, you look like someone that's not heard the song.
Don't call it a comeback.
Before the break, asked the question, who's the only other team to go 39 years between two FA Cup final appearances other than semi-finals, other than Leeds, and it is Leicester, 82 and 2021.
Okay.
There you go. If you got that, well done. Still to come, we'll be asking if Arsenal fans are worried they might win nothing this season. Keown, that would be terrible. Travesty. Keown's Corner is coming back at 5 o'clock. But before that, it's time for this.
There's a real feeling that this is the best versus the best.
White's lost control. White has lost control completely.
How many more do you want?
Lift off for AJ!
This is The Voice.
Yeah, it's time for The Voice, our weekly feature with no Adam Smith. So it's not really The Voice, is it? But we are delighted to be joined in the studio by talkSPORT's answer to Harry Carpenter. Adi Oladipo joins us.
I'm more the face.
That's fact.
I'm more the face.
Yeah, that is.
I'm more the face. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be saying it, but
It's radio, no one can see you.
Well, it's on YouTube, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, but no one watches that. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. It's
You
been
look very well.
Cheers. It's been a crazy few weeks in the world of boxing. We've had so many big fights.
Yeah.
Like back to back to back.
You're very good, by the way.
I think so.
He's better than good. He's better than good.
You know when I don't know if there's a joke coming with you.
No.
'Cause I listen to the show every day. And
Usually
there's
there
always
are.
a joke with you two.
No, if I went like this, you're very good.
Okay.
Then it would be a joke. But no, I think you're excellent.
Top man.
I watched the
Appreciate
fight
it.
the weekend at home and I said to my missus, I know him. She went, do you? And I went, I don't know what I'm telling you.
I'm not going to lie to you, though. That, seeing Andy was probably the best part about it.
Yeah. You were the highlight.
Yes.
And ironically, when you got in the ring, you were the best boxer. Right, let's start with that massive fight over the weekend. Deontay Wilder beat Derek Chisora on points. One of the newspapers, I won't name them. I don't want to make the Daily Mail look stupid, but they went with the headline "Fight of the Century."
Oh, they did not.
Did you see that?
They did not. Did they really do that?
Yeah, they really did that. You saw that as well, didn't you?
I
It's
think
very
that's
bizarre.
Jeff Powell. That's Jeff Powell, who's
Very bizarre that people would say that about that fight.
It is. You know what it is? There's two ways to look at it. Obviously, you guys, your boxing. You can have a Bivol Beterbiev type fight where it's just two stylistically beautiful fighters to watch. And then you got like almost a slugfest. And some people, believe it or not, prefer the slugfest where technique goes out the window and it's just two guys slugging it out like they've been doing it for 20 rounds. And that's kind of what it was from the very first round. I knew that was going to be there. I mean, if you've ever watched a Chisora fight for the last 10 years, that's how he fights. I guess it was a case of, could Wilder be any different? And could Wilder negate some of that Chisora style? And he couldn't. He had nothing to negate it with. And Chisora's Chisora. Wilder's just not the Wilder we used to know, the Wilder that fought Tyson Fury. That guy's gone. And this is the kind of version we've got now.
So do you think we'll ever see a version of that Wilder come back? Because not that Fury fight, because I almost feel like that trilogy they had took it out of both fighters, Fury 100%. And Wilder. But I just expected so much more from Wilder. Like, it wasn't bouncing around on his toes. It felt like first round he was knackered like Chisora was. And looking at them in terms of their physique, I thought he'd have a little bit more in the tank, but it just looked like Wilder had nothing left to give, man.
I almost feel like Wilder still has a few sort of demons to get over. And I mean, obviously he had that fight a few months ago where he beat a guy called Terrell Hendon, who no one knows. But the fights before that, he's been knocked out by Zhang, lost to Parker, and then obviously Fury, there's one in between, but Fury. So I think he walked into that ring just with so many questions. Yeah. That's why he was very tentative, not sure, like, am I still that guy? At 41, am I still that guy? And no, I do think he can perform better, but Chisora's style is so difficult to be able to look good against. I mean, unless you're Alexander Usyk and you can kind of move, and Fury moved around him, if you don't move, he's going to be on your chest for minute 1 to the final bell. And that's difficult. So Wilder won't ever fight anyone again like that. No. So Wilder will look a lot better, I think. I'm not trying to sell him, everyone's talking about AJ. I'm not trying to say that can happen, but he will look better against an opponent that's not named Derek Chisora, I think.
Wilder will now be looking for a world title shot, right?
No, I think he'll be looking for the biggest check. Okay. And sometimes that don't equate to, like, AJ doesn't have a title. But AJ's a bigger fight than him fighting Fabio Wardley, for example.
Do you think so?
100%.
If Wardley beats Dubois, right? Yeah. And Wardley, I know he's world champion anyway, but just sort of, establishes himself as a heavyweight champion of the world. Do you not think Deontay Wilder fighting him to become world champion again will be bigger than a fight against AJ with any belt on the line?
I just think for those guys at that sort of part of their career, right at the tail end, it's just a case of show me who has the biggest check and I'll come and I'll fight. Yeah, that's all they want now. Wilder's been world champion. I don't think these people that have become world champions necessarily care too much about becoming world champions again. He's had that WBC belt.
Why'd you say that?
Because when you hear from sort of fighters sort of in their 50s and 60s, the way they dismiss the belts, like, it meant nothing. It means nothing. Although at the time it did. But ultimately, they look at it as a piece of metal and rubber, which is true. All they care about is who's paying me the most money. But obviously, that's if you've won a world title. If you haven't, then obviously the dream's to become a world champion. Okay. But if you've become a world champion and a long-standing, and you've had the belt for a long time, like Wilder did with the WBC, for him now, he's thinking, who will pay me the most money in the final 2 or 3 fights? And Wardley could do that, by the way. That could be a big fight. But AJ, we know, versus Wilder has been a fight that's been circled around for 10 years. And that's where the biggest money will be.
Let me ask you, Andy, because it's a really good, interesting point you just made there, because I almost remember back in the day where fighters were choosing to fight Floyd instead of chasing a world title because it was the biggest payday.
There you go.
Now, with the Saudi influence now, do you still think it means as much for these guys to go, yeah, I still want to be world champion? Or do you think they're thinking, if there's a fight there for 20 million but there's no world title, I'm going to opt for the money route? Or do you think the world titles still mean as much to these fighters?
It still means something. Maybe not as much as it once did. Still means something to these fighters, but ultimately they're they're listening to the fighters before them. So as you just mentioned, when fighters are choosing to fight Floyd rather than go to a world title, they're watching this as kids thinking, what's going on there? And then it sort of stays in their brain. So a lot of them, most times what you want in this perfect scenario is you win a world title, you get a load of money.
Yeah.
But that isn't the case. I know world champions that have not made 100 grand.
Wow.
And non-world champions that have made millions. So there's clearly a balance issue there. So if you've won one, then no, your dream is just to make as much money as for your family because you know how dangerous the sport is. If you've not won one, the dream is, but if it's difficult, you'd rather get the money.
What next for Chisora? That's it, right?
That has to be. Although, look, when I asked him in the ring, I thought he was going to start with incredible speech of, yeah, I've enjoyed my... He waited for his wife to come in, and he looked at her like, babes, what do you think? I was like, wait 1 second. So you've not decided yet?
Yeah.
And then
I think he had decided, but he was hoping that she would have changed her mind under pressure. Is my guess.
Yeah. And then he said, like, we'll speak about it when we go home. And I was like, and she's like, no, we won't. Yeah.
I'll tell you what is interesting is you're in that ring, you're opposite these fighters moments after the final bell's gone. You must see in their eyes what we can't see at home after some fights, right? Yeah. Have you ever interviewed someone that's been incredibly worrying? Now, who's the guy that I met?
Joyce.
Joe. Now, Joe's been in here before, and I've said many a time there's no way anyone should promote him because this is my own view.
Yeah.
I just think it's too dangerous for him. Have you sat or stood opposite a fighter after that last bell's gone and put the mic in front of him and thought you don't even know where you are at the moment?
Yeah, 100%. And even the ones that you guys might perceive to be okay.
Yeah.
I've just watched them get hit in the head 100 times. And they sound coherent, but you're like, no. I can see it in your eyes. Your eyes are glazed over, and I'm asking you stupid questions, which is why I sometimes try and keep it so simple. What next? Like Joe, you mentioned
what's
Joe.
Your name?
Yeah, sometimes. No, honestly, sometimes I go up to them most times before the cameras go live and just say, "Are you all right?" Just to make sure they're okay before the interview. And then I kind of look and I can see they're okay. But Joe, after his last fight, which feels like a long time. No, I think it was Philip Hergovich. Yeah, I think it was his last fight. I actually asked him about retirement because I've seen him take a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this it? And he obviously looked at me and said, there's more to come. And you do get worried. I remember when Fabio Wardley fought Fraser Clark.
Oh, wow.
Which one?
The second one.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Where he kind of done that
brutal.
dent in his face.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking...
Did you speak to Clark afterwards?
No, but I went over to look at him before speaking to Fabio. And I was like, jeez, this is scary.
Yeah.
Like, this is scary. And he was kind of sat on his stool and I was like, wow, like this is a legal sport. This is quite scary to see. And then obviously I spoke to Fabio, who didn't know he did that because he was in the moment. He said he didn't know he did that until he looked at the big screen. Then he realised what he had done because even he kind of started to... They're in adrenaline, aren't they? They're full of adrenaline and then they start to calm down slowly. And I guess I'm fortunate to get the moment where they've calmed down. But then I feel like there are better interviews with those fighters 20 minutes later in the dressing room when they've really calmed down and then they can sort of speak coherently because in the ring, they're just all over the place.
How were both fighters on Saturday night?
Chisora very disappointed. In fact, it was weird with Chisora because I didn't know what to expect because Chisora's wild. And
Bentley had to get the trainer with him last week.
They did. Oh yeah, I saw images of that. Yeah. So he's very wild. So I was actually, as the scorecards were going, I knew the scorecards before they read out. So I was looking at him thinking, this could go anywhere. And then he just looked almost distraught, like just genuinely upset. I think it all synced in that this is my final fight and I've lost.
Did you think it was the right decision?
Yeah.
And do you think it was that close or do you think it was a bit wider?
I thought it was a bit wide. I thought maybe Wilder by 3 or 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4 rounds. The close rounds, I get it, right? Every time Chisora lands, the crowds go mad and that influences the judges. They're humans, it's going to, right? When Wilder lands, the crowd doesn't make a noise, so the judges are like, did anything happen? But I thought he lost by 3 or 4. And I think a split decision made it sound a bit closer than it was. When I think it should have been a unanimous. I think Wilder should have won on every judge's scorecards.
Yeah. I saw after, so I think it was in the paper the next day, the amount of punches they both threw in each round.
Was it?
And Chisora's was maybe a quarter of the amount that Wilder...
There you go. I mean, Chisora landed some big ones, which looked good because we saw the sweat spray off sort of Wilder's head and it looked good, but he just didn't land enough. And Wilder landed some good shots. I know your point about him not maybe looking as smooth and as good as he was, but he landed some good uppercuts, some big right hands. It just doesn't seem to have that forehammer anymore, does he? That big right hand that just flatlines you.
Yeah.
And I think that's because he's really scared to commit to it because he's scared about what's going to come back. So if he really throws everything into it, he almost leaves himself a bit exposed. And I think he's now a bit worried after being knocked down by Fury a few times about getting hit.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't really commit. If he commits, he can still put you to sleep.
But they're talking about him and AJ next, which, listen, would still be a great fight. I'd love to see it. But my knowledge on boxing, of course, is nothing like yours, Ade. So, and you're up close with the fighters. You've seen them both. Who do you think would win that fight? Who goes into that fight easily now?
Like, just destroys him.
Wow.
I think.
A couple of years ago, you wouldn't have said that, would you?
No, absolutely not. A couple of years ago, I wouldn't even have put Chisora in there with Wilder. Like, remember 3-4 years ago, you'd have kind of laughed at that fight.
Yeah.
We've got you for the next 15 minutes, right? So
Yes.
we've got loads more boxes.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going to try and read some boxers' names out. Just stop me if I get any wrong. Right, get ready for back-to-back boxing next weekend on DAZN, Friday the 17th of April. Rivalry reignites as Nathaniel Collins and Cristobal Lorente.
Good, yep.
Meet again, there's another one coming up after their controversial draw in Scotland. Then on Saturday, the 18th of April, it's showtime as Ben Whittaker looks to light it up in Liverpool. He faces Brian Suarez.
Yeah, easy.
The Argentinian. Promises to bring real heat and be Whittaker's toughest test to date. Added even more firepower to the night on the undercard, which is stacked, by the way. Molly McCann and Leo Atang also in action. That's pretty much perfect. Join DAZN Ultimate now and get 12+ pay-per-views a year, including Fairbairn Wardley against Daniel Dubois at no extra cost. More boxing chat right after this.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Can he do it, Ray?
Well, he has got the players. There's no doubt about that. I think Tudor, they made the right decision getting rid of Tudor.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that he wasn't the man to get the best out of the players. You could sense that they wasn't having him at all.
No.
And if you lose the dressing room, some big players in the dressing room, you're in trouble straight away. Probably the press didn't help him when he was going to the press saying they got to run more, they got to do this more. You can say to the players individually that, but you don't do it in the press.
Yeah.
Straight away, you're on the back foot.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
as a player.
What about Romero, Ray? Because you're not
Yeah,
happy
I'm not
with...
too sure about his attitude at the moment. Look, De Zerbi might be totally different with De Zerbi. I think he didn't want to be there under Tudor. Yeah. And he may be influencing other players around him, I don't know. But he said there's 7 cup finals there. There was 8 cup finals before the Forest game, and they lost that one. So, you know, it's a situation now. It's not all about what style of football you play, what tactics you make. It's all about mentality now. For De Zerbi's got to get into those players and say, look, this is so much at stake for us. The next 7 games are massive for the club, massive for the fans.
Yeah.
You go out there, you prove that you're good enough, and you prove that, to me, that you want to be part of this club going forward next season.
Yeah.
And that's work rate, that's wanting it more than the other team, that's mentality by saying, like, we ain't going to get beat today, and all those sort of things got to come into it.
Yeah.
It's not all about tactics and all that. Oh, he got the right tactics now with him playing. Don't get me wrong, he'll put a team out that's competitive and
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology, Rick.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
top of talkSPORT Champions League drive as well. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent, Adeola Depot is with us as well. Still to come, we'll have the return of Keown's Corner, 5 o'clock. Arsenal fans, get dialed in. Just quickly, Bernardo Silva will leave City on a freebie this summer. Barca and Juve interested. Roy Hodgson made it 2 wins from 2 since returning as Bristol City manager after beating Sheffield United 1-0 yesterday. And our show, talkSPORT Drive, we've been nominated for another award in Block Caps. I'll have you know. We need your help. We are up for Best Radio Talk Show at the Television and Radio Industry Awards. Thank you very much.
You're part of that.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, wait. No, you're right.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Without someone making the teas and coffees, we'll be nowhere. But we need your vote. You decide who wins it. So to vote for me and Bentley, and of course Addy and everyone else on the team, just head to trick.org.uk and select talkSPORT Driver's Best Radio Talk Show. It takes 2 minutes. It really does. Right, Addy Oladipo with us in the studio, the superstar that is. Talk to superstars. The three of us were just talking in the break about Fury's next fight. Makhmudov. This weekend?
This weekend, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Netflix.
Where are you at with your thought on this one? Because Fury's been out the ring for a long, long time. He's knocking on the door of 40. His last 3 fights haven't been great. He's lost 2 of them. How much of a risk do you think this is for his first comeback fight?
I think you just summed it up perfectly. All those things you just said have to point to this not being as easy as maybe Fury fans think it is, or just, casual boxing fans. I think Fury rolls up, and if it's not Alexander Usyk, you just assume he's going to win. But as you say, he's been out the ring for a long time. I think 16 months out the ring.
Wow.
2 defeats before that. The first fight against Alexander Usyk would have taken a lot out of him. Mentally as well, because he walked into that, he used to call him like a middleweight, didn't he? It was almost going to be easy work. And then he beat him twice. And then before that, Ngannou. So he's not had a real convincing win since Chisora, I think, and that's 2022.
That's a long
It's a long time, right? Yeah. It's a long time. So, and 38, and, he's always been a boxer as well that relies on his legs. He moves a lot. And he's one of the best movers, not just in heavyweight boxing. In boxing, he's so good considering his size. You'll know this better than anyone, Ben. Your movement will go with age. I don't care who you are. You could be LeBron James, could be Ronaldo. Your movement will go. And funny thing is, Fury's up there with them people in age.
Yeah.
And I don't think he lives the life like Ronaldo and LeBron James. So I think it's going to be a lot difficult than maybe people would expect it to be.
Now, a lot of talks about, again, AJ Fury potentially. But if he was to lose this fight, does that AJ fight go out the window? Done?
Probably, yeah. I mean, there'll be some that will probably push back on that and say it's still a big fight. And it is, but, I mean, we're hanging on to it by a thread. And if he loses, I mean, it's gone from me thinking it sells out Wembley in a second to, okay, we might struggle to push this. And you got to push a narrative to the casual fans about these two are still the greatest. And, casual fans are not stupid. They'll look at Fury and say he's lost then 3 out of his last 5, and AJ hasn't won 1 since, I can't remember, Ngannou?
Because he's struggling to sell tickets for this, Fury, from what I'm reading.
Yeah, you almost expect a big poster that says sold out. But you know what I think the issue is, and I was saying this to someone, there's so much boxing, which is, good for people like me, keeps me in a job.
Yeah,
but yeah, get on the pocket.
I've never seen anyone come in with 2 Rolex.
Yeah. But ultimately, fight fans are going to pick and choose, right? Yeah. If you're a fight fan, you're going to say, okay, do I go to Moses Atama? Or do I go to Chisora? Or do I maybe, I don't know, go to, you mentioned Wally Dubois in the break? So you're going to pick and choose which one you go to. And maybe fight fans have decided, okay, I'm going to go that one instead of that one. Not everyone can afford to go to the whole sweep.
Yeah.
So I think that's a part of an issue as well. There's so many big ones, you're going to have to then decide which ones you want to go.
A quick word about the undercard, because I think it's quite an exciting one. Conor Benn in action again against Regis Prograis. We've got Jamie TKV against our mate Richie Riakporhe.
Yep.
And Fraser Clark against Justice Hooney as well. Yeah. So it's 3 good fights on the undercard there.
It actually is a really good undercard. And sometimes when you have such a big name in the main event swallows up all the attention. But Jimmy TKV, who's been in the studios against Richard Riakporhe, British heavyweight title fight, always a good title to claim. This will be TKV's first defense of it after that Fraser Clark fight.
Who wins that?
Jimmy TKV is favourite.
Is he really?
He's favourite, yeah, just because we've seen him in there against 2 really good people in Adelaide, who hit him after the referee told break, and then Fraser Clark. So we've seen him go deep in against real good heavyweights. We haven't yet seen that with Riakporhe. And I think Riakporhe's still trying to find the right size. He's a cruiserweight that's now ballooned to a heavyweight.
But he looks more natural at heavy.
I don't know how he made £200.
No, me neither.
Honestly, he's a massive, massive guy. He's got the power and the speed, but I think you make TKV a favourite.
Okay.
And then obviously Fraser Clark versus Hooney. It's a great fight, and it's probably the last chance for Fraser. He's obviously now moved trainers with Joe Gallagher, same trainer as Lawrence Okoli, and he looks good. I saw him in Manchester. He looks like he's lost a bit of weight. Obviously, he's now trying to maybe go for speed as opposed to like brute force power. That's a good fight. And then Conor Ben's under immense pressure to make sure he looks good against Regis Prograis. Like he doesn't have to win; he has to win by knockout. Like he has to stop him. It's not going to be easy for Conor.
You know, you said he's got to stop him, right? What's that difference between? Because if he beats him on points, where would that lead? As opposed to if he stops him, where does that take him?
You know, if he stops him, people will say things like the power's there. He's ready to take on the best at 147 pounds because Regis is a 140 guy, 37, coming up to 150. So Conor Ben's almost, he's almost plucked a smaller guy to his division. A bit like what Eubank did to Conor, in a sense. He's plucked a smaller guy who's right at the end, and he needs to make a statement. Zuffa signed him, obviously, to this big money deal. It's a case of, well, what can you do to make noise, not just over here, but in America, where all the big fights are waiting for you? Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson. You need to put in a performance that almost translates to something special over in America, and I think you can do it.
Is he in that bracket, quickly, that you just said about?
Yes, 100%.
You think he's in with them boys?
Bracket is in as good as them?
Yes. Like
No.
Okay.
No, but he brings something different. They're very slick boxers and wonderful, and sometimes you just want to chuck a grenade in there.
Yeah.
And Conor Ben is that grenade that will just have it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We'll just have it rather than slick boxing. It's almost football analogy. It's almost like Klopp's team versus the brilliance of Man City. Sometimes you need something to counter it, and I think he can counter their silkiness.
Andy.
No.
I know.
One second.
I know.
Come all this way for that's it. 25 minutes.
I know, but you got the roller outside.
Got the roller. You're right.
What are you doing now? Off to the gym?
Yeah, might as well, innit? You know, just got to continue to look good. It was my 45th birthday a couple of weeks ago.
See, I told you he's not in his 50s.
And it was so nice to me. It all comes out the truth.
Happy birthday. What'd you get?
Thank you very much.
45.
What's a man of 45 get? What'd you get?
Cigar and a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, nice.
What was the whiskey?
That's perfect.
Oh, look at you. Talisker.
What one?
Talisker?
Oh, Talisker, yeah.
Is that wait? How do you say it?
Talisker.
Talisker.
Yeah, it's nice. That's a
nice.
good one. Really nice one.
It is, yeah.
And what cigar did you get?
I don't know. Malik Scott gave me something. I don't know what they are.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Has it got a yellow band on it?
Yeah, it does have a yellow band.
Cohiba, best you can get.
Oh, there you go. Would that be expensive then?
It depends what one, but they're not cheap.
Over 50 quid.
Well, it depends. The cheapest one you can get.
It was really thick. This is conversations.
No. That's good. Was it small or big?
Big.
Okay, then yeah, it's going to be expensive. Does it matter to you? Is that important?
No.
Sounds like it does.
No, well,
sounds like it does.
If it's a present, it certainly does. It does.
I agree. Andy, thank you.
Cheers,
We're
boys.
big fans of your work. Keep up the great
Thank you very
stuff
much.
on
Top man.
TV. When we come back, we'll be talking all things Arsenal. Time for Keown's Corner. Gooners, 03717 223334. Any of you think that maybe you won't be winning the Premier League this year?
And in another experimental training ground activity, Arsenal's players have been pictured working in groups to avoid dropping pens on the floor while dribbling the ball. You'll see this on the screen now if you're watching the show. Gabby, I don't know enough about it, but it looks more a kind of bonding thing. The lads are having a laugh and whatever it is they've got to do, keep the ball up, no drop the pen. I don't think there's any harm in that, do you?
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't have the pens, but you'd always do stuff like that, Ali, especially when like a new manager come in. To try and lift morale, maybe when the team's struggling.
Yep.
You'd make training fun and you do little relays and something to get
Exactly.
lads,
Can I take their mind off it?
Exactly.
And listen, they're under pressure. They are under pressure probably like they've never been before this season, right?
Yes.
Because all of a sudden, myself included, we're all talking about, quadruples in here, and all of a sudden it's down to a double. Make no mistake about it, these are the two biggest tournaments that they would have wanted to win. And I still fancy them to do the league. Champions League, I'm not so sure. But, mate, you know better than anybody. This is the first time they've actually been under, I think, a real bit of pressure.
I think, like I said it to Perry, and he probably disagreed, Ali. But, yes, Arsenal might get better, but Manchester United will get better, Ali. The money that they can spend without Champions League football, they showed in the summer, 250 million. What can they spend this summer qualifying for the Champions League? Chelsea will improve, will sign players.
Amidst accusations that their season is unravelling, Mikel Arteta has asked people to view Arsenal's last two defeats in the context of the rest of the season.
Have some perspective how difficult it is what we've done up to now, and then feel that pain, feel that emotion, and use it to be better and to improve.
Well, Gabby Bonlahor's certainly having a bit of a perspective when it comes to Arteta's future.
If you're on for the quadruple and you don't win a trophy, you have to go. It's not even a conversation. I think like every Arsenal fan will say, yeah, okay, this guy's giving me Gareth Southgate vibes. Like, he can't get us over the line.
Arsenal are at Sporting Lisbon for the first leg of their Champions League quarter-final tonight. We've got that one live here on talkSPORT. Elsewhere today, Harry Maguire's been praised by Jason Wilcox for his resilience and mentality after signing a contract extension at Manchester United. And he's even garnered some nice words from our very own Simon Jordan, who admits he took his career into his own hands.
I think he probably got some blowback for some of the things that he did in terms of when he cupped his ears to fans after certain circumstances. But yes, he's done what he should have done for himself.
We're told Maguire could have earned more elsewhere, particularly on the continent, and also that Kobbie Mainoo is close to signing his extension as well. Now, Celtic will host Hearts on the final day of the Scottish Premiership in a possible title decider. The post-split fixtures have been announced. The Old Firm's on the 10th of May, while Hearts and Rangers meet on the 4th. Meanwhile, Joey Barton's pleaded not guilty to assault charges at Liverpool Crown Court. He'll stand trial on September the 1st after the alleged incident at a golf club in Merseyside. Barton appeared via video link and is still being held in custody. And Kira Barry's been called up to the Lionesses for the first time ahead of their Women's World Cup qualifiers against Spain and Iceland. Get all the very latest on our website at talksport.com.
Welcome back to our tour, Champions League drama and talkSPORT. It's Andy Goldstein. Bent is still here.
Don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
Don't.
Exactly, don't take
fun from their demise, the lost demise. Don't do that. Still to come, Bent is going to be looking back at Ipswich getting lucky over the weekend.
No, 3 points, mate.
Part of the game. But now, could Arsenal, who are on for the quadruple, then the treble,
Now the double.
Could they end up with nothing this season? Could they?
And an opportunity for Fellows to come into the penalty area. Charge with a shot! Southampton lead again! And that may well be the goal that takes the Saints into the semi-finals!
I'm not going to sit here and lie and pretend that I'm feeling as good about it as I was 2 weeks ago. I do worry about, as I keep saying, the kind of mental aspect of it becoming too much for us.
They're going to be in shell shock of what's happened in the last few weeks.
We are the best squad assembled in the history of world club football. I do think Arsenal can win the quadruple because I'm asking myself, who's going to beat us?
And the treble dream is over for Arsenal!
Yeah, Arsenal knocked out the FA Cup by Southampton on Saturday, as their dreams of a treble came to an end. Follows defeating the League Cup final against Man City before the international break as well. Tonight, of course, in the Champions League, they go away to Sporting. A Sporting side have won 16 home games in a row, scoring 50 goals. So all that, of course, means it's time for this.
Keown's Corner.
If you want to be a good presenter and you want to go to the next level, don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
Your problem was with Andy Goldstein.
Oh, 100%, yeah. He's having a giggle.
Don't take fun. Yes, Keown's Corner, where we pay tribute to the legendary Daily Arsenal, as well as former unbeatable Martin.
No, listen, hey, Respective.
Doesn't
Invincible.
like taking fun from other people losing their demise.
Excuse me, call him Invincible. Just do it. At least be that respectful.
He played 3 games, mate.
Doesn't matter. Just say Invincible.
I'm 3 games short of being an Invincible.
Okay, but you didn't.
3 games.
No, say
I
Invincible.
can't give him. He had no part to play that
He did.
season. What did he do? Take a throw in? Let's hear from Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta speaking ahead of tonight's game. He was asked what he'll do to make sure that back-to-back defeats don't affect his side.
Have some perspective how difficult it is what we've done up to now, and then feel that pain, feel that emotion, and use it to be better and to improve. So we were very clear in what happened, the reason why it happened. Watching the game two times, we didn't deserve to lose that much, but this is football, and we get punished for things that are related to our identity, and that's the things that we need to defend in the strongest possible way, because that's the reason why that we are where we are today.
He had some work done. His face is not moving there. A bit bizarre, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Wasn't it?
Still,
The ball tuck's going on.
Great manager.
Well, he's not a great manager yet. That's the point, right? Let's start with that defeat to Southampton.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough.
I haven't finished yet. How much of a worry is it now?
Nah,
you got beaten.
It was.
Against, I'm finished.
No, well, you got finished.
The FA Cup.
It was a bad result, bad performance as well. The only one that could step out of that game against Southampton with any kind of positive was Max Dowman. Now, for me, between now and the end of the season, I don't care about this whole protection thing. He's young. He needs minutes in every game. Now
where are you going to play him?
10 on the right hand side, wherever. Right.
Well, 10. You got Eze and Odegaard,
Okay,
the captain.
but
and on the right, you've got Noni and Saka.
And other than you probably say Eze before he got injured, none of the others are doing it. None. Saka's not doing it.
Do you start him over Saka at the moment?
Right now, in terms of that, even if you start Saka, right, my point is he needs minutes now. So even if, I'm not saying he starts every game, but every single match between now and the end of the season, unless, say Arsenal, I know it's not going to happen, say Arsenal win. Actually, then again, if Arsenal were to win tonight 5, start him next week against Sporting. But he needs minutes, because even against Southampton, he was going past people trying to make things happen. He was trying to assist. He was trying to score. He looked bright. He almost looked like he was probably the only player that didn't feel the pressure on his shoulders. And now, being a young player before getting into a first team, I got into Ipswich Town's first team when we were struggling fighting relegation. So you almost get into that team where you're going, well, less pressure, because I'm a young kid. My time is coming. It's not necessarily here now. And for Max Dowman, that's how he plays. But I mean, he's got great quality, but he needs to... He needs minutes, but Arsenal against Southampton just weren't good enough at all.
Right now, as we stand, where are we on the 7th of April? What would be a bigger shock?
Yeah,
you not winning the league or Spurs going down?
Spurs going down would be a bigger shock, and the reason why I say that is
you're 9 points clear, D.
I get it, but the game in hand, the game against City. The reason why I say Spurs going down is because the last 3 years Arsenal finished second, and there's been times where they've had a lead.
But not like this, you haven't.
No, I get
not
it.
With 7 games to go and you're 9 points clear.
But at the start of the season, that Spurs going down now, I mean, I don't think it'll happen. That's massive.
I know, but losing the league from this position...
It's humongous, but they're still in the Champions League. Spurs are in Division Championship.
Okay, you finish with nothing then. Maybe I...
Yeah, even finish with nothing. It'd be horrendous, awful. But the biggest shock is still Spurs in the Championship.
If I'd have asked you 2 weeks ago, your chances of 10 out of winning the Premier League, you'd have probably said 9, right? You're never going to go 10.
I was always about 8 when I'm at 7 now.
Are you DEFCON 7?
Yeah, I'm at DEFCON 7.
Are you?
You know what? It was just worrying the performance because there's so many players who I've lauded this season that, like Mascara, whenever he's come in to play against when Saliba's been injured, or he's played right back, at times he's looked really good. Mascara, he looked like he was nervous against Southampton. Gabriel, now I don't know if it's because Saliba was next to him, he looked a little bit nervous, not like his normal self. Gabriel Jesus, I mean, I don't know why we keep trying. I could have told you it's not worked for like 3 years, and yet we still. I know you've got to give players minutes, but that's not working. As I said, Dalman was the only one I thought, okay, he's got a little bit about him. Stop playing Kepa. I know it's not necessarily his fault.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I don't want to see Kepa again this season. I'm not saying he's not, as a backup, perfect. David Raya, between now and the end of the season, has to play every single minute.
I agree with you.
No, even if Arsenal destroy Sporting this night, next week in the play, I need David Raya back in goal.
He's your first choice goal by some mile.
Now, play him every game between now and the end of the season. There's no... Yeah.
But what you're describing is a manager that's making mistakes, right? Playing the wrong players.
It's not even so much playing the wrong players.
Goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper, 100% I agree with you on that.
We talked about Gabriel Jesus as well.
Yeah, but I understand he's trying to play bodies, but these players are letting him down. You keep giving opportunities and not taking them. You give Gabriel Jesus, he was like a passenger.
Well, have you seen, I'm sure you have because I put it on our WhatsApp group, the thing with Arsenal players holding pens.
No, whenever you put something on the group and it involves Arsenal, I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
Part of their training is to hold a pen and keep a football stuck between the head of another player. That's part of their training. It's all very bizarre. What do you make of Arteta's training methods?
Do you know what? At the end of the season, that's when you can give a real definitive answer.
I know, but do you not think, right? The reason I'm asking that. So I'll come on air and I'll take the mickey.
Yeah, but I hadn't finished. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the season, the definitive answer would be if Arsenal won the league, and you look back at all these little things like the pen, and you go
the pickpocket,
and you go, well, it's 0.5%. It's worked.
Yeah.
But you encourage people like you, to come on and let rip,
and that adds more pressure.
Exactly. If you don't win, that's when you go, okay.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Don't you think he's adding more pressure? Like the fact that I'm taking the mickey out of the Arsenal players running about with pens and gluing the football to it's an easy opportunity for me and other football fans to take the mickey out of Arsenal, and then that just builds to the pressure.
I almost feel like at times there's obviously a method behind the madness, but I also feel as well he's probably doing that to take the pressure off the players to put it on himself.
I don't know if it is
to do it to himself because you're going, what's Arteta doing?
Here you go, look, I'm watching it now on the YouTube. They're holding pens.
I love that.
They're holding pens, walking backwards.
Yeah, I love that team bonding.
Oh, they just dropped one.
Yeah, team bonding. I love that.
That's terrible.
Yes, it's almost like...
Don't you think that's nuts, Steve? You've been in football for all your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a run in and you're in the last stage of the Champions League and the Premier League, and training day after you've got knocked out of the FA Cup, your manager goes, right, who's got a Sharpie? Are you not going, what is going on here?
Not really, because you've still got a chance.
You are, Dean.
No, because you've still got...
you ain't doing that.
No, you've
still ain't doing that.
You've still got a chance. Yeah, but Pep's won, so you ain't got to. But we don't know what Pep was doing when he first got here.
You weren't, mate. You weren't getting his colouring pencils out.
You don't know that. My point is...
I do know that.
How do you know that?
I do know that.
How do you know?
Because we would have seen it.
No. You maybe you wouldn't have. And have you ever been to Man City's training ground? Try and get into that.
I'll tell you why Pep's not doing it, because he's not that stupid.
No, but he's won. He whatever Pep does now, it doesn't matter. But I'll tell you, if he gets over the line with this, I understand where you're coming from, because it just looks, you go, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Right? But all Arsenal could do is they've got to stop feeling sorry for themselves.
Yeah.
Put a performance in tonight, which is a big game. But the game against Bournemouth, that's the one.
Which is bigger out of two?
Bournemouth. Massive.
Bournemouth at home is bigger than quarterfinals.
Yeah,
first leg.
You've still got a chance to rectify whatever happens tonight. Bournemouth, there's no rectifying. If you win that, I know Man City play the next day. Just 12-point gap.
It is not a win as bad as a defeat. If you draw it, is that as bad?
Yeah. And the reason why I say yeah now is because you've looked at the last two results. Didn't show up against Manchester City. Well, certainly after the first 20 minutes, got completely dominated. You've gone to a Championship side. They've run all over you. They beat you. You then draw against Bournemouth. It just feels like it's a capitulation.
Yeah.
But if you could somehow turn that and you beat Bournemouth, although Man City right now look like they're starting to purr again.
They do.
By beating Bournemouth and going 12 points clear, although they've got 2 games in hand and they've got to play Arsenal, it does add a little bit more pressure because the game of Chelsea.
Of course it does.
Now, Andy Jacobs was saying to me earlier, don't ask us for favours because we are terrible in terms of Chelsea.
Yeah, but he said that for years.
Yeah, if they could somehow nick a point and Arsenal have won, then all of a sudden you go, okay, there's enough of a gap there. But Arsenal have to beat Bournemouth Saturday.
Okay.
Fact.
Arsenal fans, Bentley just said the game against Bournemouth is bigger than the one tonight, so you can have your view on that. Any of you out there thinking it's squeaky bum time? And also Arsenal fans, when you see your team holding Sharpies and sticking footballs to their head, is there a part of you that thinks, why is he doing this? 03717223344. My switchboard is clear and ready for the Arsenal fan to call in. 03717223344 is the number. If you're new to the show, stick it in your phone and save it under Bentley and Goldstein at work. We'll speak to you after this.
Andy, play this later. But if you want to be a good presenter and you want to go to the next level, don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
Yesterday, I went to a pub and sat down with a beer and watched West Ham versus Leeds, and it was a cup tie for the ages. It was fantastic entertainment, and I think the whole weekend was a little bit like that, sort of handbrakes off, let's just go for it. But Leeds United deserve a lot of credit because they could have crumbled when they let in 2 goals in stoppage time. I don't know where West Ham were for the first 91 minutes, but certainly later in the game they came into it. They did have a couple of goals disallowed in extra time as well. And by the way, I'm the biggest advocate of getting rid of extra time and going straight to penalties. But yesterday might have maybe changed my mind.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, much like when I scored at Fratton Park, I think that time I ran to perfection. Because,
Sorry. How does an FA Cup quarter-final compare to your goal at Fratton
because
Park?
I turned up in the pub having had a family day when they went into stoppage time at the end of normal time. So I saw
the last
I
bit.
saw all the drama of the 2 West Ham goals. Castellanos going through and thinking he made it 3-2. And as you say, the extra time was absolutely brilliant. It was like a basketball match, which you don't normally get in that extra half an hour. We nearly got the story, didn't we, with a 20-year-old kid coming on and saving a penalty and making himself the hero. But, yeah, just a brilliant cup tie. And, listen, this competition takes a bit of a kicking, but I was at St Mary's Saturday night. That was what the FA Cup was all about. And try telling those Leeds and West Ham fans who've not been to a final or won the Cup for decades, for generations, the FA Cup doesn't matter.
I don't think
superb.
it does take a kicking. I think that's just a phrase that people use just to sort of, to blithely, actually, because I don't think it does take a kicking. I think we all enjoy the FA Cup. I go back to the last couple of years. Look at Crystal Palace's run to the FA Cup final and subsequent success. It's brilliant for the FA Cup.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Drive on talkSPORT. Champions League drive as well. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. What game are you going to watch tonight, by the way?
You know what game I'm watching?
Oh, yeah. The other one, though, is pretty amazing, isn't it?
I know, yeah, I'm glad.
Real Madrid,
Why
Bayern
can't it be
Munich.
tomorrow night?
Real Madrid, Bayern Munich.
Who wins, actually, think? I'm going to Bayern.
Bayern Munich. Yeah, they look fantastic. Might be their year. Still to come, Benny's going to be looking back at Ipswich, getting lucky over the weekend. Just quickly, Wales captain, former Arsenal midfielder Aaron Ramsey has retired from professional football. And Harry Maguire has signed a new one-year deal at Man United with the option to extend after a further year. With Aaron Ramsey, he was the player that every time he scored, someone famous died. That was him, wasn't it?
Was it?
Remember that? That was him, wasn't it?
He scored some bangers, by the way.
He scored some unbelievable goals.
He scored one in the Champions League. I can't remember who it was against. I want to say it was in Italy, but it might not have been. And I don't even. It's like left foot, half volley, and it like flies about 35 yards, top corner.
Why didn't it work for him?
It did at Arsenal.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it really?
Mate,
Why did he leave then?
Because it just moved on from the squad. Like moved on. He played in some good teams. He played with like Ozil and like Sanchez. He's another one, by the way.
Right.
When he was at Arsenal,
who?
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Yeah. When we had him, he was terrible.
Yeah, but then we got Mkhitaryan.
Oh yeah, he did. I heard he was really bad in the dressing room, Alexis Sanchez.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why you wanted to get rid of him, and it was our mistake. Weren't we giving him like $300,000 a week or something nuts?
There was a period he was carrying us.
Yeah, he
man.
was. He was a fantastic player.
Wait, but obviously he leaves a bitter taste in Arsenal fans.
We do with him now.
A prime Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, win the league. No,
without him, you're not going to. Is that what you're saying?
No, we would. Like,
anyone else you want?
Can I take Thierry back?
Yeah, I bet you would.
Can I take Bergkamp back?
Would you? Hold on. Would you get rid to get Thierry and Bergkamp?
Galatasaray. That's the goal. Oh my goodness.
To get Thierry and Bergkamp back in your team.
Would I do what?
In their pomp.
Would I do what? Did you say?
Would you sell your goalkeeper, Saka, and Rice?
That's an unbelievable question. Ask the next caller. Hey,
okay. Jay's a goon. Hello, Jay.
I can't answer that question. That's ridiculous.
That's horrible, isn't it?
That is horrible. Yeah, absolutely horrible.
What's going on with your side? Are you nervous at all or not? Is it just a blip?
I mean, the messages I get off other fans would tell me it is bottle time, but I'm not completely worried about the players in the squad. And I spoke to someone, I think it may have even been the sports bar a bit while ago, and just saying my only concern isn't the players, isn't the squad, it's Arteta's head and his headspace.
Yeah.
And I do wonder, like, we've just lost a cup final, we've just lost a cup game where everyone was like, you're getting the best draws to lower league opposition. We've gone out of the FA Cup. Surely your mindset as the manager today is, let's go into training, good training session behind closed doors, get the squad motivated again, and now we are waiting for these memes to explode all over the internet if we lose tonight or we don't win on Saturday. And, like, I just can't understand why he would want to go and do something as high. I mean, this has turned into something super high profile, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we can't ignore that. And I just feel that this is the sort of thing, this is respecting the ball. This is taking our gloves off to clap so the players can hear me. This is straight out of LinkedIn Liam's playbook. And the stick that he's been getting, whether it's fair or not, football moves 100 miles an hour and the memes and everything. And I don't care. The players are going to see it. The players are going to hear it. And it will get in their heads if they can't avoid this sort of stuff. So I just can't understand why our first training session back after 2 defeats in a cup and an international break, it seems, we're not taking it particularly
You're running about with Sharpies.
Jay, let me ask you a question. I've got a serious question. Is that yours, that LinkedIn Liam's playbook? Did you make that up?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen a little bit. I know he's been called LinkedIn Liam, but I mean, I've got to say the LinkedIn Liam playbook, it just does feel like he would do this sort of thing in a team building exercise, in a corporate environment. It just feels like that sort of thing that you see when you go to like your business away day. We're going to do this silly team building exercise with pens, and whoever drops the pen, do you know what I mean? It just.
Let me ask you, you've been a great call, Jay. Before I let you go, out of 10, if I would have spoke to you a month ago, your chances of winning the Premier League, you would have said what?
9.
Now what is it?
I'm still going to say 9.
Okay, that's the right answer, I think. It's too early to panic.
I just feel that there's still a lot of football left to be played. We've got a relatively decent run in apart from the City game. And if we get anything out of the City game, even a point at City, I think that is going to be enough. Because I still think that despite City not being in the Champions League, I still think they've got a loss or a defeat or a draw like we saw against Forest against them. So I think it is ours still to lose.
Jay, what a great call. Thanks for that. Let's go to hopefully another great call. David is a goon. Hi, Dave.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Listen, I just wanted to phone up and jump on the bandwagon with all these wallies that keep talk about Arsenal winning the league. There's going to be an asterisk next to their name. Corners, them corners, mate. If you had players to do that, you would do it.
Well, I'm not talking about that though. Why are you talking about that?
I'm just talking about because you're jumping on the bandwagon about the corners with Arsenal. And
I haven't mentioned that.
You had no, not today, but you have done, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Mind your language, please. It's all right. We dumped it. But just be careful.
I could phone up a couple of weeks ago when you was on the case, but I just want to say, all these teams that are moaning and crying about Arsenal with the corners, right? They know where that ball's going every time, and they still can't defend it, and that's why they're all crying.
Well, Southampton defended it.
Listen, we were crap, and I think it's gonna go to the last game of the season, and hope.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. Yeah, wow. I do. Both ends of the table as well, and I just hope West Ham get clear, and they've got a. Tottenham need West Ham to beat Leeds in the last game of the season, and West Ham do to them that they done to us with Son last season.
What's more important to you, winning the Prem or Spurs going down?
No, obviously winning the Prem, but Spurs going down is just cherry on the cake, isn't it?
On your cake, it is, yeah. Still to come, Benny's going to be looking back at a big old bank holiday weekend in the EFL. First, a bit of no Googling, flying today. 3 goalkeepers share the record for saving the most pens in Champions League history, excluding shootouts with 5. Can you name the only one to have played in the Premier League? There's only one goalkeeper that's played in the Premier League that has saved 5 penalties in normal play in Champions League football.
You know.
What's his surname again with? No, who's that?
Courtois.
No.
Oh.
No. I thought you'd been rude to me. And the answer to that and more coming up live on Drive and talkSPORT after this.
Liam Rosenior revealed that Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez had been suspended for 2 games, one of them the Port Vale game, for crossing the line with comments he made about his future. Remember, after Chelsea's exit from the Champions League, he was asked at Fernandez if he'd still be at the club next season by ESPN. He replied, "I don't know. My focus is here now. Then the World Cup is coming up, so we'll see after that." And then during his time with Argentina, he was quizzed about various things with Chelsea, of course, very much in the conversation, and Real Madrid maybe in the conversation. Anyway, whatever he was asked came down to the city of Madrid. "I really like Madrid," he said. "It's similar to Buenos Aires." He was then questioned on whether or not he would consider living in Madrid, and he said, "Yes, of course." Anyway, he was banned for a couple of games. This was Liam Rosenior on that.
Firstly, as a character, as a person, as a player, I have the utmost respect for Enzo Fernandez. What he's achieved in his career, the player that he is. He's frustrated because he wanted Chelsea Football Club to be successful this year. He still wants that, and we still can be. In terms of the decision, I've said this from day one, it's not all about just me. It's not all about the sporting directors or the ownership or the players. We are aligned in every decision that we make. So it was a joint decision. And saying that the door is not closed on Enzo, that's very important. It's a sanction. You have to protect, especially this football club, This is a winning football club with traditions of success. You have to protect that culture. And I think in terms of that, the line was crossed in the international break.
Joey Barton has denied assaulting a man outside a golf club. He's jointly charged with inflicting GBH with intent on an ex-non-league football manager. Barton appeared via video link from prison. He'll now stand trial on September the 1st. Elsewhere, Aaron Ramsey has admitted his decision to retire has not been an easy one. He hasn't played football since leaving Mexican club Pumas in December. Now, Harry Maguire's signed a one-year contract extension at Manchester United with an option to extend for one more. Director Jason Wilcox says Maguire has the mentality and resilience they need. Our chief football correspondent is Alex Crook.
I know there'll be question marks when you look at Maguire's career. Have there been more lows than highs? But I think that word that Jason Wilcox uses there, resilience, you can't question Maguire's character. There's been times when he's been jeered, even by his own supporters, but he keeps on bouncing back.
We understand Maguire's taken a pay cut to stay and could have earned more if he'd left on a free. We're also told Kobbie Mainoo's close to agreeing a new deal at Manchester United. Now, this week could be decisive, not just for Arne Slot's future, but for Liverpool's entire season. That's what Steven Gerrard told us on breakfast this morning.
They've got to stand up and be counted individually and collectively. They've got to stick together. And they've got to try and grasp the opportunity of putting pressure on the likes of Aston Villa and United from a league point of view with the Fulham game, which I think is arguably just as important.
And as Courtney Lawes returns from France to play for Sale Sharks, the 37-year-old flanker says he's still good enough to play for England again. He's hoping for a recall. There's more on the website at talksport.com.
Drive with talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside me. Oh, look at me little headphones, can't get them on. Right, three goalkeepers. Good question this one. Three goalkeepers share the record for saving the most pens in Champions League history with 5.
Mm-hmm.
Only one has played in the Premier League.
Right, let me guess. Right, Martinez.
No.
Right, so Casillas never came to the Prem. Victor Valdez.
No.
Oh, I thought it was a great shout, that.
You'll kick yourself.
What?
You'll kick yourself. That's not a clue. That's just me telling you how you'll feel when...
Go on then.
Joe Hart.
Okay, yeah, decent.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The others are Andrei Pyatov.
Oh, yeah, him.
And Butt. Hans-Georg Butt. You a fan of Butt?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicky Butt, great player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
You're a massive fan of Butt, aren't you? Still to come, we'll have some fun with the best.
Are you laughing?
I'm not, I just got to say it in my throat.
Yeah, good.
The best of talkSPORT. But now it's time to take a look at the latest EFL action with our wonderful friends at McDonald's.
Bentley's EFL Corner on talkSPORT with McDonald's. Got big McDonald's hunger? Order delivery on the McDonald's app today. From 11 a.m, 18 plus. Fees apply to delivery orders. Subject to availability. Price may vary.
Yeah, time now for the turn of Bentley's EFL Corner, where Darren Bent takes a look back at a busy old Easter Monday in the Championship. It's a long old weekend, wasn't it? We were off.
Yeah.
You were off 5 days, weren't you?
5 days, yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I've come back knackered.
Have you? You tired? Oh, you played twice so this morning.
Yeah, and gardening, wouldn't I?
I don't put you down as a gardener.
Why not?
I don't know, just manual work. You're an ex-footballer.
What does that mean?
You pay people to do stuff.
Nah, mate, get out there.
When was the last time you did gardening?
A couple of months ago.
You're such a liar.
Did you?
What'd you do?
Cut the grass.
That's hardly gardening, is it?
Okay, was I in the garden?
No, but if you hired a gardener...
Yeah.
And he went, all I do is cut the grass, you go, well, you're not a gardener.
Well, that's okay, but that's part of gardening.
Yeah, but you don't do other things surrounding gardening.
Yeah, I do. Trim the hedges.
Yeah? What else? I bet you don't even do that.
Trim the bush.
You got a chainsaw?
Yeah, I've actually, yeah. And I've got a hedge cutter.
All right, okay.
And a hedge trimmer.
What else? You ever plant?
Leaf blower.
Okay. It's a good gadget, that.
Yeah. Jet wash.
That's not gardening, is it?
No, but I'm in the garden using it. So then it's a garden appliance.
Yeah, but I don't count that as gardening.
No, it's obviously cleaning the tiles.
They're good, those jet washes. Although they're taking the
powerful.
grouting out. Powerful.
Yeah, and I did that for the courtyard.
The courtyard? Listen to me, everyone. The courtyard. I did it to my driveway. He did it to the courtyard.
No, it's a communal courtyard.
Was that so the staff wouldn't get their shoes dirty?
No, it's a communal courtyard.
Communal with who?
The old parish office.
Yeah. The courtyard. Unbelievable sentence. Yeah, Sally, I'm just cleaning the courtyard. Right, let's start with your former team, Ipswich. They came from behind to beat Ipswich 2-1 at Portman Road, thanks to a Casey McAteer win. His first goal for the club as well. The result lifts the Tractor Boys into second. Birmingham, they were denied an equaliser on 70 minutes when the referee ruled that Ibrahim Osman's ball had gone out of play before it went in off O'Shea, even though TV replays and stills as well clearly showed it hadn't. The Blues gaffer, Chris Davies, spoke after the game, was understandably not happy with that decision.
The ball had not gone out of play, and that was a legitimate goal, and I am absolutely furious that the linesman has made that decision. He cannot see that ball, and the ball is still in. You can see it on the video. So he's guessed, and he's cost a team that deserved, the very least we deserved from that game was a draw. And he's guessed. The ball was in play. We scored a legitimate goal and it's been cancelled out. It's very hard to take.
What's nuts about that is, as a referee, you can only give decisions you see, and there's no way you could have seen the ball's gone out of play because it didn't. So you didn't see it. So it's just an awful mistake they've made.
Lines at Lino. I need to see where the Lino was on the other side.
Yeah, but it didn't go out because it didn't go out.
Listen, I can't factually confirm that.
No, I can. I've seen pictures.
Listen,
of it.
I've watched the replay I don't know how many times, and I don't think it went out. Ipswich got away with one there, but again, this is why we love the Championship,
That's right.
Because you get decisions like this. I understand Chris Davis and why he's so angry, because you work really hard. You go to a tough place like Portman Road, and you think you're leaving there with a point, and it's taken away from you. But like I said, I feel for him. I didn't think it went out, or if it did go out, it was very close. The fact that I don't think anyone, unless you've got the technology to do it, like goal line technology, no one. There's no definitive evidence that the ball went out. A little bit like Arsenal-Newcastle a couple of years back in the corner.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel for Chris Davis, but
over the season, if you've got no VAR, you're going to get decisions.
Of course you are.
Some will be offside. Some will be handballs. Some will be this.
Yeah, I still don't want to see VAR.
No, I agree. It's pure. It's pure in the Championship. Level on points with Borough and Millwall. 2 games in hand.
Beautiful that, because you think realistically they could be on 78 points. So that is nice. All they've got to do is keep going at Ipswich.
Yeah. What's nuts about that league is if you don't finish in the automatic promotions, I mean, I wouldn't say it's pot luck, but then it's like, oh dear. You obviously don't want the hassle of playoffs, right?
Hey, big game next season.
Anyone can win the playoffs.
Big game.
Who you got?
If I said to you the biggest game.
Coventry.
Yeah, no.
Borough.
No. The biggest game.
Millwall.
No. Think.
Oh, Norwich.
There you go.
I wouldn't say that's bigger than those.
Look, the derby.
Where is it at?
At Carrow Road.
I mean, they're what, mid-table at the moment? Where are they?
But that's your team, innit? So Norwich currently not. But they're on good form because they did us a favour, which I think they should be in the CFL corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Millwall.
Right.
Norwich. So fair.
Say Millwall like that? Millwall.
Millwall.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Derby beating Stoke 2-0. John Eustace decided to offer a Stoke 2-0 win at home yesterday afternoon. They go 1 point off the playoffs now. The victory was marred slightly as Derby's second top goal scorer this season, the American Patrick Adjimang, was forced off through injury and since been ruled out for the rest of the season and the World Cup. That's incredibly sad for him.
Yeah, 'cause he's done well. He's done really well, actually, man. And I quite like him and Carlton Morris. Top goal scorers, 11 and 10 goals. I like Derby's attacking players. I like Ben Bruton Diaz. I think he's decent.
Where was he? Blackburn when he was banging.
Yeah, I remember he got caught up for Chile, didn't he?
Yeah.
Carlton Morris. I like the blend they've got there, but that will be a blow, a big blow.
What's? Oh no, I need to find someone I can ask how it feels if you're a player and you pick up an injury and you miss a major tournament. Oh no, Bentley's here. What's that like?
We're missing a tournament.
Yeah.
Without injury.
Without injury. Didn't you miss one through injury?
No. Yes, I did. You did. 2012.
Yeah.
Euros.
What's that like? Because you would have been in that, right?
Yeah. I started pretty much most of the games in the qualifying. Was on a really good run of form. And do you know what it was? When I got injured, I did it against Wigan. I think the defender was called Alcaraz. I turned him and I turned him. He fouled me, but
That's
also
ironic,
slipped.
Isn't it?
And my ankle, I just hurt my ankle go.
Right. What'd you do?
I just ripped all the ligaments off my ankle.
Okay, so that's it. You know straight away. That's it. You ain't going to...
I looked down at my ankle and I expected to see it, like dangling, like it's snapped in half. Yeah. And I missed the rest of the season.
How long? Where was that? What month was that?
January, February. So it was coming up to crunch time. Yeah. But no, I knew. And then Roy Hodgson phoned me and said, listen, I can't take you. Even if you get yourself back fit, you haven't played enough. But it was one of them, when I did the injuries and I was told how long I was going to be out for, I almost just looked up and just went, it's not meant to be. If I miss 2 World Cups because of scoring a lot of goals and not going, and then this one where it looks like I'm going to go and then get injured, it's like, what more can you do?
Yeah.
You can't write that.
No, you can't. No, it's very sad. Let's talk about a game you were just talking about, actually. Millwall, they did lose at home. That one, 2-1 against Norwich. It's a real poor result for Millwall, considering the stage of the season we're at now, right? I mean, you've got to win most of the games you play, especially home games, if you want to get promoted. You do. And listen, they got off to a good start. They won. They went 1 up as well, but to get beat 2-1. And listen, I get it. Norwich at the minute are in relatively decent form. When you look at 4 wins out of their last 6, I think it is. But for Millwall, you're right. It's not about performances, and I've said that before. It's about just getting over the line now and getting points in. And even in Millwall to this point, they've had some good results. They obviously lost to Norwich, but they beat Borough at Borough, and you go, good result. Yeah.
Came to Ipswich, drew 1-1, good game. I know they lost to Blackburn, but before that, beat Derby, beat Hull, beat Preston, beat Birmingham. So this almost come out of nowhere. And it's the one rare time I wanted Norwich to do us a favour, which is beating Millwall.
Yeah.
And they did that, but Millwall have got to kind of dust themselves down. They go again, West Brom away, Friday. They need a result there.
Big results. Let's quickly move on. Middlesbrough, they've now made it 5 games without win after they drew 2-2 with Swansea in South Wales yesterday. Their drop in form has taken them out of the automatic spots as Ipswich, of course, leap back in front of them. Their boss, Kim Hellberg, spoke after the game on how tight the end of season will be.
It's going to be ups and downs, and of course Ipswich with 2 games in hands, but a lot of away games left where they have struggled, so they will be back and forth. It's not easy in this league to just go and win games. It's very, very difficult. There's a lot of good teams, and if you look at Swansea today, I think they're a brilliant team. So many good players, and the squad depth, brilliant, well coached. So this will be twists and turns, and we move on and we aim for Saturday.
We've talked before about when is the right time to put your foot down on the accelerator in this league. Are they dipping at exactly the wrong time, their form?
Do you know what? It almost feels like that Coventry result when they lost 3-1 away, where they were in the game, they get the equaliser, and then they can see, I think 2 minutes later maybe, and then they ultimately end up getting beat. They haven't really recovered. I know they had a couple of wins back-to-back, Birmingham and then QPR, but you say they've drew with Oxford, they would have expected bottom 3. Leicester drew 1-0, bottom 3, or in and around the bottom. Charlton lost 1-0 at home. Charlton are struggling a bit. Drew with Bristol City, drew with Blackburn, who were down there fighting for their lives. You get beat by Millwall, one of your playoff rivals. You draw with Swansea. It just feels like right in the minute. Not that they've run out of gas, but they're just.
Well, I think it is that.
They're trying to get something from somewhere. The momentum's completely gone at the minute. It's almost stop, start. So for Borough, they probably thought to themselves, because at one point I thought, do you know what, these might win the league. The way they were absolutely before that Coventry game, they were absolutely flying. I said, there's only going to be one winner. I think these are going to go and win, because they'd won, I think 5 on the spin before that Coventry game, and now struggling.
Just quickly, let's dip into League One. After a 2-1 win away at Reading, Lincoln moved 12 points clear at the top, secured promotion into the Championship. I mean, unbelievable moment for the club, and a club that has one of the smallest budgets in League One as well. How on earth have they, with that tiny budget, they've got one promotion to the Championship? Brilliant.
Because the run they've been on is absolutely incredible. The last time they lost, in the league was November. Ever since, they've not lost a single game since then.
Incredible.
At one point, they were miles behind Cardiff. As it currently stands, they're now 12 points ahead of Cardiff.
Yeah.
What they've done, that run for Lincoln is absolutely sensational. I mean, Michael Skubala, the job that he's done there as well. I mean, if you'd have asked Lincoln fans and the Lincoln players, listen, this is what's going to happen. You'll probably go up automatically, but it'll be tough. Cardiff will probably win it. To go on this run, 90 points is...
And win it, I wouldn't say this early, but there's a long way to go.
They've absolutely cruised it.
Yeah.
But when you lose once within... And the other game they lost was a final.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well done then. Right, good work. That was all thanks to our friends at McDonald's.
Benty's EFL Corner on talkSPORT with McDonald's. Got big McDonald's hunger? Order delivery on the McDonald's app today. From 11 a.m. 18 plus. Fees apply to delivery orders. Subject to availability. Price may vary.
Still to come on Drive, everyone. Yeah, we'll be previewing a huge night of Champions League action with the GOAT.
I'm not wanting to talk to you because Stuart Pearce has just bought me a big sausage.
I bet he has. We'll also hear about Dino's wild bank holiday weekend.
I ended up sleeping under a table.
We've all been there. And we'll find out what on earth Ali McQuist was on about here.
No air conditioning, sitting next to the biggest local you've ever seen in your life.
Still don't know. All that and loads more coming up. The last hour of Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. When we come back, my favourite part of any show ever, because it's the best of talkSPORT.
Hobnob chocolate. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has apologised to the club's supporters and said his side gave up after they were knocked out of the FA Cup by Manchester City at the weekend. This is what he said straight after the game.
It's all the responsibility. We're the ones not performing on the pitch, but we know how the world works. We have to stick together, even how difficult that is. It's just a big blow that we're out of the FA Cup because up until the penalty, I don't think there was any issues. At the moment, I can only speak for myself that this is a big blow. This is tough to take, especially the way second half. But yeah, the reality is that midweek there's a hungry and very good PSG waiting for us. You could say the only good thing is that there's 2 games to be played, but even in between those games, we played a tough game against Fulham. So yeah, you know, obviously in my time at Liverpool, we have been going through tough times, and at the moment it's a tricky one as well.
Yeah, tricky one, and there's lots of mitigating circumstances with Liverpool, and I think we all should always have to remember that. But is he deflecting from his own dip in performance by suggesting that we gave up?
Well, he was certainly one of the biggest culprits. You know, they were in the game.
Should he have taken more ownership?
Yeah,
on that.
Not just on Saturday, but over the course of the.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Champions League drop, talkSPORT to me, Andy Goldstein. The superstar is Darren Bent is here. Still to come, we're joined by former USA defender Alexi Lalas. Just quickly, Bernardo Silva will leave Man City on a freebie. Barca Juve interested. Roy Hodgson made it 2 wins from 2 since he returned as Bristol City manager. Time now for this.
The talkSPORT 20k giveaway.
Yeah, we are officially into the final 2 days of your chance to win 20 grand. No, not you win. I'm just saying win, like you can win 20 grand, not win the dog. Win, not you win. Jeez. £20,000 completely tax-free straight into your bank account. How about that? Spend it, save it, buy some trainers, or one if you're Darren Bent, or just splash it, whatever you want. The choice is yours. Here's how you can enter for your chance to win. Text the word win. No, not you win. Keown, sort him out. Thank you. Text the word win, W-I-N, to 83338. A text costs £2.50 plus standard network rate. Or you can just call 0343 418 7260. How about that? Lines close on Thursday at 4 p.m. That's when you need to answer your phone, but only if it rings, of course. 18 plus UK residents only. It's a network promotion, full T's and C's at talksport.com. So for your chance to win, down boy, £20,000, text win.
Don't take fun.
No, don't.
From other people losing their demise.
Text win, W-I-N, to 83338 now. Time now for this. Good Jack playing. Look at his little face. Can't be his. Look. Go home and tell his wife. Made a little joke today. Time for the best of talkSPORT and Fred. I know you will. We run through some of the highlight moments from across talkSPORT. Let's kick things off with the game day phone-in. Max Scott, the brilliant Max Scott, was alongside the 3-time talkSPORT Darts World Champion, Dean the Storyteller Saunders. Dino was oversharing once again.
I knew I had to get up at 7 o'clock, so I got up. I woke up at 5. You know you got to get up. So I woke up at 5 o'clock, and then by the time I got to London, I was toiling a bit. So half-time, Oxford, Portsmouth, I thought, I wonder if I can have a power nap. So I couldn't find anywhere because you were sleeping in one room.
I wasn't asleep.
So I ended up sleeping under a table.
Can you imagine Dino as a manager?
Do you know what? I can't.
Nor can I.
No, I can't. I think it'd be good to play for, but I just can't imagine it.
Where's the strangest place you've ever slept or woken up that you can talk about on air?
The strangest place I would have woken up, slept.
I had a mate of mine sleep in his next door neighbour's driveway under a car. That's quite bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know, really. Not really strange places. No, I'm not really like that. No.
Okay. Would you ever take a nap in the green room before a show?
No, I don't try. Do you know what it is? My fear of other people seeing me sleeping there.
Taking a picture, doing something.
Yeah.
Cutting your hair.
That's what I'd...
Game day phone-in is back on Saturday at 5:30. Taking your calls after a huge afternoon of Premier League and EFL football.
On to the breakfast show, and if you were wondering why you haven't heard from Jeff Stelling for a little while, it's because he's competing on Celebrity Race across the world. Here's how Ali McCoy sees his co-host getting on.
I just want to see him turn up at the train station, right? As the train pulls away from the platform and he turns to Matthew, right, in total despondency and says, that's the last train gone. Our only option is a 15-hour bus journey across the hills in the heat with no air conditioning, sitting next to the biggest local you've ever seen in your life. That's what I'm praying for. Me, Gabby, we'd struggle to do race across the studio with Jeff, man.
How do you think Jeff's going to get on?
Terrible. I think he's going to struggle. It's not easy.
No, I can imagine.
And, you know, we're not getting any older, right? It's younger. We are getting older, actually. It's a young man's game, travelling.
Oh, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah. Especially if you're not first class, like I'm used to.
Who would you take as your partner if you were to go on the show?
You.
Obviously.
Stupid question, isn't it?
Trust me. If you could go on any game show, past or present, which one are you picking?
Millionaire.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
Who's your phoning in friend?
Not you.
Yeah, I'm guessing, yeah.
Simon Jordan.
Okay, nice.
If big words come up, Simon.
Yeah.
Danny Kelly, if any other question comes up. Music.
Nice.
And if one comes up about trainers.
You, thank you.
I know the answer.
The Breakfast Show returns from 6 a.m. tomorrow. Big Alan Brazil's back. Alongside Gabby Agbonahor.
Let's finish with a bit of Jason Cundy. Here he is discussing the iconic Has Anyone Seen with Jamie O'Hara on the Sports Bar.
You think you can put it on your gravestone? Has anyone seen? That's amazing.
Has anyone seen Cundy?
He's dead. Would you have that? Mate, it's something that made me think about it. Cundy. That's terrible, mate. That's terrible stuff.
Just killed me off. I nearly asked my stupid question then. On the back of the sports bar, that was a shelf. I'm guessing that's a screen, right? It looked like a shelf was coming out.
It can only be a screen, Darren, because there's a screen behind you now and they're not nailed in.
No, but I thought it looked like a shelf was coming out.
Do you want me to answer that?
No.
I mean, you know it can only be a screen, right?
Great.
There's a window there as well.
Yeah, any chance?
I know, we need it on ours. What do you want written on your tombstone? Bit dark, isn't it?
Here who lies.
What, like?
Darren Bent.
Lies in tells fib.
Sneaker collector.
Do you want that?
Something like that.
What about nearly? Just nearly, and then went to the World Cup. If you could only be known for one thing, what would it be?
Punching you live on air.
Okay, yeah. Good claim to fame. Which phrase do you use more than any other? Oh, there's one he uses all the time. What is it?
And of course, it's the boot room.
Yeah, Jack. Oh,
And I
Jack,
have
can
a
I answer,
picture of a chat
please?
for you today. It's about boots.
All right, Jack. Calm down, Jack. Someone's fed Jack some fizzy sweets.
It's either you get me, or...
Oh, no, yours is to be fair. It's all right to be fair. It's all right. Maybe yours should be, it's not all right anymore, to be fair.
Yeah, it's all right to be fair. You get me?
Maybe both of them.
Yeah.
O'Hara and Cundy return at 10:15 on the Sports Bar. Meanwhile, Jason Cundy and I have put up another episode, award-winning, of 21 Minutes to Go.
You ain't won an award yet.
I've won an award.
What's that? Where's our award?
It's at home in my toilet.
Shocking, that, ain't it?
Well done. It was for the Noel Gallagher interview.
Yeah.
Who got it and who did it?
Yeah, we both did it.
Who got it?
We both did it, so...
I didn't see your name in the paper that day.
I did.
Yeah, only because you wrote it in handwriting. 21 Minutes to Go, the podcast out now. It's available to download. It's award-winning. Well, I'm in it. So go get it. A new one drops every Monday and Thursday. And you can find all of our shows on the talkSPORT app where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2. When we come back, we're building up to a gigantic, I can't even say it.
That's why the award should really.
We'll slip up, mate.
Gigantic.
You'll be slipping over in a minute. Do you want to play some more boot room? See how many times you slip up. Champions League chat when we come back. Come on, Jack.
Thanks, Tom. Well, listen, it's gone from bad to absolute worse for Manchester United. So let's get an update from Don McGuinness.
Manchester United fans, well, I don't think they will be gobsmacked. I think they'll be pleased for the guy because Harry Maguire has got himself a new deal at Manchester United. Alex Crook, good morning. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Simon. Welcome back. Yes, Harry Maguire has committed his future to Manchester United. He signed a new deal until the summer of 2027. With the option of an extra year, I can also reveal Kobbie Mainoo is close to agreeing his new deal at Old Trafford. So two players being tied down by United. Maguire says representing Manchester United is the ultimate honour. It is a responsibility that makes myself and my family proud every single day. I'm delighted to extend my journey at this incredible club to at least 8 seasons and to continue to play in front of our special supporters to create more amazing moments together. Jason Wilcox, Director of Football at Manchester United, he's quoted in the statement as well. He says Harry represents the mentality and resilience required to perform by Manchester United. He also describes Maguire as the ultimate professional who brings invaluable experience and leadership to our young, ambitious squad. So Harry Maguire committing his future to Manchester United.
Isn't it amazing, Alex, what a difference of a few months and a new face in the home dugout makes? Because at one stage it looked like Maguire and certainly Mainoo had next to no future at Manchester United under Amorim.
Absolutely. Maguire wasn't first choice by any means at the start of the season. Kobbie Mainoo wasn't getting into the team.
Amid Amidst accusations that their season is unravelling, Mikel Arteta has asked people to view Arsenal's last 2 defeats in the context of the rest of the season.
Have some perspective how difficult it is what we've done up to now, and then feel that pain, feel that emotion, and use it to be better and to improve.
Well, Gabby Bonlahor's certainly having a bit of a perspective when it comes to Arteta's future.
If you're on for the quadruple and you don't win a trophy, you have to go. It's not even a conversation. I think like every Arsenal fan will say, yeah, okay, this guy's giving me Gareth Southgate vibes. Like, he can't get us over the line.
Arsenal are at Sporting Lisbon for the first leg of their Champions League quarter-final tonight. We've got that one live here on talkSPORT. Elsewhere today, Harry Maguire's been praised by Jason Wilcox for his resilience and mentality after signing a contract extension at Manchester United. And he's even garnered some nice words from our very own Simon Jordan, who admits he took his career into his own hands.
I think he probably got some blowback for some of the things that he did in terms of when he cupped his ears to fans after certain circumstances. But yes, he's done what he should have done for himself.
We're told Maguire could have earned more elsewhere, particularly on the continent, and also that Kobbie Mainoo is close to signing his extension as well. Now, Celtic will host Hearts on the final day of the Scottish Premiership in a possible title decider. The post-split fixtures have been announced. The Old Firm's on the 10th of May, while Hearts and Rangers meet on the 4th. Meanwhile, Joey Barton's pleaded not guilty to assault charges at Liverpool Crown Court. He'll stand trial on September the 1st after the alleged incident at a golf club in Merseyside. Barton appeared via video link and is still being held in custody. And Kira Barry's been called up to the Lionesses for the first time ahead of their Women's World Cup qualifiers against Spain and Iceland. Get all the very latest on our website at talksport.com.
Welcome back to Last Hour Drive and talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here for the
This
ride.
is the Darren Bent boot room with me, Darren Ambrose.
You know Darren Ambrose?
Jack, honestly, carry on, mate.
You know what I had the weekend? Just quickly, keep music going. I know it for ages. Forgot how unbelievable they were. Skips. Remember Skips?
Well, obviously, it's still in the shops.
Yeah, but do you remember eating them as a kid?
Yeah, that prawn cocktail flavour.
Yeah. Unbelievable, Chris.
I don't know about unbelievable.
Yeah, put them in, melt, boom.
Yeah, Skips more for kids.
Why? How can a crisp be for
No, because
kids?
Skips, I give when my kids were young, you go, "Do you want some Skips?" Yeah. You wouldn't,
and that's what you base life on.
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
When my kids were young, I gave them sausage sandwiches.
No, but you wouldn't.
They're for kids, are they?
But you wouldn't give them McCoys. You wouldn't go to kids out some McCoys.
Why not?
You go, Skips.
Why wouldn't you give a kid a McCoy?
No, Skips are for kids.
No, yeah, absolute garbage.
We'll see. People were messaging Skips.
There's not one crisp on the market that is aimed or primarily for children.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Whatsits and Skips.
They're not for kids.
They are, man.
Where'd you get that from?
I never seen a grown up that wants to eat Whatsits.
Yeah, I've seen a grown up eat Whatsits.
What's in it?
People love Whatsits.
Chili hot Doritos are not aimed for kids.
No, okay, they're not aimed, but there aren't crisps that are specifically aimed.
No, Skips are for kids.
No, you just made that up.
All right, we'll see.
I reckon an adult. If you're an adult and you love a Whatsit, so to speak, or you like a skip, let me know. Right? I'm telling you.
Come on, skips are for kids, man.
No, they're not. What about Frazzle? Where'd you put that?
Is that the bacon things? Don't know about all that.
Hell yeah.
Don't know about that.
Still to come.
Connor, skips 200% for kids. Sky, Connor, my guy.
200% don't even exist when you.
Yeah, it does.
So he's talking
But no, it's saying.
Block him. Can you block him? Right click. We'll be joined by USA defender, former Alexi Lalas. I bet he likes to skip. I don't know what that means. But time now to preview tonight's European football action with our friends at Enterprise Rent a Car.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent a Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Referee looks at his watch, blows for full time, and Arsenal are sent crashing from the FA Cup, and the treble dream is over.
Now is the moment to show what we are made of.
Rice coming forward, right-footed effort, oh, and he's in, and that'll be that. Arsenal are going to be in the Champions League quarter-finals.
You've got to sit in that dressing room and say, come on, get people by the scruff of the neck and say, this next game's vital for us.
Into the near post, and turned in by Inacio. What a start to the second half for Sporting.
They've got a lot of quality. There's no doubt about it. And just an attitude where they expect to be able to compete.
We're going to play an opponent here that we know about their records and what they've done. So hungrier than ever, very excited and very, very motivated.
Yeah, follow us at 7, the GOAT Adrian Damo's live coverage of Sporting against Arsenal. All Sporting in the Champions League. They, of course, lost to Southampton in the FA Cup over the weekend. Mikel Arteta has been speaking to the media ahead of tonight's game. He said he knows that they're in for another tough old test.
This is the finals of the Champions League. It doesn't get much better than that, and we worked so hard throughout the season to be in this position in the competition. We're going to play an opponent here that we know about their records and what they've done. So hungrier than ever, very excited and very, very motivated for tomorrow's game.
As per usual, the message boards go absolutely ballistic when we talk about this.
So the skips?
Yeah, no, but you said about a pack of crisps that's designed just for kids. Pom Bears, kids, man. People put Pom Bears, Quavers are for kids.
No, Quavers are not for kids.
They are, man.
No, mate. Quavers are adult.
No, and people have said this because Quavers and like Skips, any kind of crisp that melts is for like a younger child.
I don't know if that's true. I've never seen a kid with a packet of Quavers.
I have.
You haven't?
I give my kid Quavers when they were younger.
Honestly. Why are you giving your kids all these bad food?
Quavers, Pom Bears, Skips.
Pom Bears I'll give you.
Yeah.
Pom Bears I'll give you. Now, I like a Pom Bear, but I'll give you that. They are for kids.
The rest of Skips, Pom Bears, Quavers, all for kids.
No, Quavers, man.
They are, man.
They're not. Why do you think? Just because they melt in your mouth?
Yeah, but kids, they don't hurt. They don't cut their mouths.
Hurt?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. You're telling me that grown-ups don't necessarily go.
No,
for
grown-ups will, but I think
Quaver's unbelievable, Chris.
But I think these crisps are designed for children.
Sometimes when you're a little bit tired and you can't be bothered to chew, it's nice just to put it in and let your mouth do the work. It is, D.
When listen, a lot of people, I mean, I've never seen, or I have, but messages are blowing up saying, some people even saying hula hoops are kids and Monster Munch.
Oh, that's garbage because they're both crispy crisps, aren't they? What about an egg, right? What about scrambled egg?
What?
Is that for an adult?
It's not a crisp.
No, but you do nothing when you put it in your mouth.
But yes, that's for all people, that.
Old people?
No, all.
No, but I'm just saying, going on what you said about you put it in your mouth and you don't have to do anything for kids, there's loads of foods out there.
I'm just saying, listen.
Apple's quite crunchy, right? A lot of kids have apples.
Yeah, but we're talking about...
I'm just talking about your reason for it being a kid's crisp.
No, not my reason.
Because it melts in your mouth.
People have given these readers.
No.
Like Space Raiders. I'm not a bit sure about that. Might be kids, though, Space Raiders.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're tuck shop, but they're not. You can still have them if you're an adult.
No, listen, if you're an adult, you can eat anything.
I know, but I would give my kids, when they were younger, if I gave them crisps, which I never would have done, but I would give them McCoys.
You don't eat, they don't drink fizzy drink or fast food.
No, they don't. But I would have given them McCoys.
No, you wouldn't have. You give them Quavers, Pom Bears, What's This, or Skips.
No, Pom Bears, yes. I'm not giving them no Quaver. Forget that. No way, man. Should we talk about your tea? Is the world going skip crazy?
Yeah, skip crazy. I mean, I can't keep corn snacks.
I went into a shop the other day. There's an old school, Billy. There's an old school newsagent near me, right? And when you go up to the counter, below the counter, and I'm not exaggerating, there must be 30 different crisps, you name your crisp,
yeah,
you skip, you frazzle, your Monster Munch, disco, They're all there. I walked in the other day, I was like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, disco's unbelievable. Though. Prawn cocktail disco's incredible.
No, salt and vinegar.
Yeah, that's obviously the goat, but... you know what? Tangy Toms. That's for kids. I had a pack of them just now.
What Tangy Toms? Oh, yeah. Why'd you buy them then?
No, because Joe had them in her desk.
Yeah, who put them in Joe's desk?
Not me, not the Tangy
You're
Toms.
such a liar.
I 100% saw my kids like. I put the Tangy Toms in there.
Who put Tangy Toms in Joe's desk?
Joe. She bought them for me because she knows I like them.
You are a child then, aren't you?
Yep.
Sorry, the receptionist at talkSPORT is bringing in crisps for you because she knows you like them.
Yeah, the Tangy Toms. I did put discos in there.
Why's she doing that for you?
Because me and her have got a nice relationship. We get on really well.
What, she's bringing in your Tangy Toms?
Yeah. Hey, she was holding your sweets in there a couple weeks ago.
No need to go in for that. Right, let's talk about your team tonight. Right, Sporting.
Yeah, what
it's
about
away the first leg.
Yeah.
Is it just a case of must not lose?
Yeah,
they've won. Let me give you a little stat. They've won the last 16 home games. Scored 50 goals. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Your face, unbelievable.
No, it is unbelievable.
You'll need a Tangy Tom to get through that tonight.
But no, Arsenal just got to go there and put in a good level of performance. I think as long as the tie's close, like I think Arsenal can go in and win 100%. But I've got to put in a level of performance because they will hear the noise about everyone talking about the Southampton game, the final against Manchester City where they didn't turn up. And then we go, it's almost everyone's waiting, aren't they? They're waiting for the complete collapse to happen. You go there, you put in a really good performance. You hopefully come back to the Emirates with a win. And then you obviously attack Bournemouth at the weekend. But there's no reason why Arsenal can't. Well, I watched Arsenal against Sporting, I think it was last year in the Champions League. And I'm pretty sure if I can remember, it was at 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I think at their gaff. So
yeah,
there's no reason why Arsenal can't go there and win, but they've got to go there with the right mentality. They've almost got to block out all the noise. Play what's got them to this position in the first place. Certainly in this competition, they won the league for a reason. Won all 8 games out of 8. Beat Leverkusen, even that was a tough over the 2 legs. This is going to be tough, but they've got the players to do it. So go and win.
Bukayo Saka misses through injury. Is that a blow? I mean, he's not been playing great. I'm guessing Daumann could start.
It's a blow because he's a top player. He hasn't been at his best this season, scintillating best, but he's just another very good player that's not going to be there. But as I said, Daumann needs time. It needs minutes. Yeah. I've got no qualms about him starting at Southampton and starting today.
No, I agree with you.
And I think it showed a lot. I'm going to double check this just to make sure.
Go on, just say it anyway.
No.
Why not?
Because I like to make sure I fact check everything. But I thought it was quite a big deal that he didn't take Daumann off. I thought, ooh, okay. Made him play the whole game. Took other players off. Like in terms of attacking players, took off Jesus, Havertz, Odegaard, and he just shifted Daumann to go, okay. And he deserved that. Yeah. So hopefully he gets minutes to...
Okay, what will the score be tonight?
2-1 Arsenal.
So you think all of a sudden they're going to lose?
2-1
Even
Arsenal.
though they've scored 50 goals and... they've won their last 16 home games. You think all of a sudden they come up against the mighty Arsenal, who Southampton just beat, and they're
nick 2-1. And someone's made a good point here about crisps.
Yeah.
About you say crisps. You ain't going to give your kids Brannigan's beef and mustard crisps.
No, I ain't. I've got a problem with pub crisps. What's the one that's not salt and vinegar?
Why are you taking pubs?
No, I love a pub. I was in one yesterday. What's the one that's not salt and vinegar? It's like salt and malt vinegar or something. Now who's come up with that? You don't need to play about with salt and vinegar. It's perfect.
Yeah, but isn't the vinegar part malt vinegar anyway?
I know, but they just taste horrible, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm telling you now, Bill is shaking his head again. Yeah, he has not tried them.
He's posh enough to be in a pub. You've been in a pub, yeah. He doesn't like them. Here's a little stat for you, just quickly about crisps. I think I'm right in saying every sell-by date is a Friday on a packet of crisps. Do you know that?
I didn't know that, but I'm about to...
Where's your packet?
In the bin.
Billy, go and get the... Billy, can you just get the packet? Can you just get the packet? I don't know what...
So live on radio, you've told the world... that Billy's about to go. You've asked Billy to raid the bin.
There you go. Get the bin. I'll get my calculator out. Not my calculator. The date. Read the date out, Benny. Read the date. Every packet of crisps in the world sell by date is either a Friday or Saturday. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. What date you got?
The 4th of July.
4th of July this year. It's a Friday. Saturday. It's Saturday.
So you're wrong.
No, but it's every Saturday. Every packet of crisps is Saturday. That's what I'm saying.
Andy, shut up.
No. I probably shut. Every packet of crisps.
You said Friday.
I said I can't remember if it's Friday or Saturday. Every packet of crisps is a Saturday. Does that not blow your mind?
No, I'll go and check another packet in a minute.
Okay, we'll do that live now when we come back. A quick word about massive game. Real Madrid against Bayern Munich.
Oh, my goodness. This is the...
Cookie's going to keep you up to date with that one. Bayern, they were 10-2 winners on aggregate against Atalanta in the last round. 9 points clear at the top in Germany. How much of their success, how reliant are they on Harry Kane?
Yeah, they're reliant, but they've just got... I mean, that front three, if I remember right, was it the right front three? I might have got it wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I saw a stat in terms of. I'm not even going to try and say it, but that Elise.
Go on, what do you think?
Nah, I can't remember the three, but there's a three out there that I've tied. It might be 11. I can't remember the three, but they've tied Messi's record. Messi, Suarez, Neymar.
Yeah.
In
this season, you're right.
I don't know if it's them that three though. Elise, Diaz, and Kane.
No, it's not Diaz. It's.
But either way, that three.
Who's the other one that plays out wide? Oh.
No, it would be those three: Diaz,
Right,
Elise, and Kane. But those, I mean, this is going to be a blockbuster because arguably you got two. I know Haaland's in the conversation. You got two of the world's best coming up against each other.
Yeah.
I personally think Mbappe's the one. You think Kane's better?
As a.
No, just you've got one. You've got a centre forward. Slot.
Yeah, I'd take Kane.
Yeah, see, I'm taking Mbappe. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible.
Yeah. What will score be in that one?
Oh, it's at Real Madrid in it, first leg. Real Madrid win 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but you think Bayern go through, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Great night of football. That was a look at tonight's European action with our friends at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, they're here for it.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
What are you Googling?
Someone's put here another date of a pack of crisps.
Go on.
The 18th of the 7th.
Yeah. That's July.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for that.
I bet it's a Saturday.
18th.
Yeah?
It's a Saturday.
Told you. Every packet of crisps expires on a Saturday.
I don't know if that's right.
It is right. You're impressed with that, aren't you? You're just off to go and buy a packet of crisps,
No,
aren't you?
I'm going to go and find them.
All right. Benny's going to go.
It's only Walkers that expire on Saturday.
Well, that's not Walkers, is it?
Yeah, it is as well.
Tangy Tom's?
Yeah, Golden Wonders.
Yeah, you see? All Saturdays. Benny will be checking that in the break. When we come back, we'll ask Alexi Lavas what his favourite crisps are.
What has happened to the greatest side the world has ever seen without ever winning the Champions League? It's an absolute joke. They're full of it. Are they good sides? Yeah. But the guff that's been coming out of Gooner's mouth of late is unbelievable. And they had to be brought down a peg or two. Absolutely screamed with delight at the weekend when they got knocked out by Southampton.
Jason, you need one of them for Liam Rosenior.
Joe Bart,
Have you got one of them for Liam?
Club World Champions, have some respect on the club name. Two Champions Leagues. But
That's the past, mate.
Joe,
it don't matter.
Joe, see this?
It doesn't matter.
See that bad boy? See that?
All I see is illegal money. All I see is illegal money, mate.
No, broke rules. Broke rules.
Honestly.
Didn't cheat.
Yeah.
Broke
rules, didn't cheat.
Hiya. All I'm hearing again from you Gooners is excuse after excuse. I think you win the title. You lot now, Bottle Job FC, are at it again. You're at it again.
How can you say that? You've just won the Club World Cup and you're probably not even going to make it in Europe. You're struggling at the moment, man. What's going on? Seriously, come on, man. Listen, you said it yourself. The league is ours, right? Champions League as well. We've got an easy route.
So it's what? The league's over. It's done, is it?
It's done. It's cooked. 9 points clear.
Cooked.
It's done.
I've got a quick question, though.
Go on, mate.
Obviously, you was...
Be careful, by the way, Jermaine, because you got spanked on the weekend.
Oh, yeah, I know. We're cooked.
Just be careful.
That's totally fine,
All right, cool.
and I accept it.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
talkSPORT Champions League drive with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Anyone texting about the sell-by dates being a Saturday?
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many I need to filter them. I'm
just looking at my TV screen. There's Rory McIlroy doing a little interview before the Masters begins later on in this week. He's got his jacket on. I can't wait for that. I mean, the pride he must be feeling Saturday with that green jacket on is quite unbelievable. You're not a golfing fan. Will you watch any of that, the Masters?
I probably won't, but you know that green jacket, they're not allowed to take it home, are they? It stays in the locker room.
And also, what's bizarre is when it stays in your locker, they always make sure it fits you when you arrive.
Yeah.
For the following year. So they take your measurements. So for argument's sake, Nick Faldo won it like in the 90s, I think. Or it might be late 80s, but either way, the jacket that he wore that day isn't the one that he's got in his locker anymore. Because they'll phone him up and go like, what's your chest? And he'll go 42, and they go, okay. So they make sure the one hanging up is the one that fits him.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't sure, me being not a big golf fan.
Yeah.
I thought, so that, how many Masters did Tiger win? So just say he won 6.
Yeah.
I thought he had 6 green jackets in his locker.
No, I don't think he does. I think he just gets one.
Oh, yeah, 6. I want all 6 in the locker.
Yeah, I would want all 6 in there, but you just get one. I assume, right? I assume.
Yeah.
It's great, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're not allowed to take it out. No one's allowed to wear it unless you've won it, obviously.
That's incredible, that. I wonder how many people have won it and tried to sneak it out of there.
I think one has left. I think one has left Augusta, I think there's a story where a famous golfer got it out.
Again, this is a bit...
Yeah, go on.
I know we've got... Is it Lexi now?
Yeah, go on.
Apologies. If you win it, right?
Yeah.
And sadly, God bless whoever it is, they say they pass, right?
Yeah.
For the family, would you think they'd then give the jacket to the family?
That's very dark.
I just wondered that.
No.
You still not even then?
No.
Well,
no.
Okay.
Is that right? What made you think of that?
No, because I just thought, like, you know what I mean? Sad times in that, but if that's...
It's like the Oscar, right? You never own the Oscar. Do you know that?
No,
you can't sell it.
No, but making a replica of it and putting it right on my
Yeah,
shelf.
you can do that. Yeah, you can do that, yeah. What would you win it for? It wouldn't be acting.
It would be.
Time now.
A supporting actor.
Route 26 drives road to the World Cup.
Yes, our feature Route 26 drives roads to the World Cup. See what we did there. Well, over the next few weeks, we're going to be building up to the biggest show on earth in USA, Mexico, and Canada this summer. You can expect big-name guests and plenty of star-spangled banter along the way. Very good. Today, we're delighted to be joined by former USA defender, Fox analyst, and our mate Lexi Lalas joins us. Lexi.
Gentlemen, greetings from the U.S. of A. I'm sorry to interrupt your scintillating conversation on, potentially dead golfers and Chris. Andy, I've established before in our talks that I can understand about every third word that you say, but it is true. You are absolutely right. As low that I want to admit this, you are absolutely right when it comes to the Saturday. It's only in the UK, evidently. It's because of the production schedule of, I would call them chips. I guess you call them crisps. So congratulations on being right and fact-checked live on your show. So that's wonderful. So I don't know what kind of chips or crisps you guys like. I am partial to Ruffles over here, and then there's like a niche one that's kind of Cape Cod type of stuff. If you're just talking, we call them potato chips. If you're just talking chips in general, I love my Fritos, and I argue that the Doritos Cool Ranch are actually an improvement on the original. So there you go.
That's unbelievable.
Lexi, we lost you there. Can you just repeat that? How are you? You good? You well?
I'm good. We're 65 days away,
Yeah.
barreling down the pike towards this World Cup. We live in interesting times, both on and off the field, but we are ready to welcome you and the rest of the world here and light this candle, as they say.
Well, listen, we've had now the final qualifiers since we last spoke to you, so we now know that your group will be Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey as well. Paraguay is going to be the first game. Are you confident you can get out of that group?
Yeah, nothing has changed now that, we're calling it Turkey A because I don't know how many of your listeners know, but they rebranded because when you type in Turkey, obviously the animal comes up and that's not good for a country. And so we're going to be calling it Turkey A out of respect for them. But that respect is done once the whistle blows. I still think that this is not just a winnable group, but a group when it comes to the U.S., especially in the summer of 2026 in a home World Cup where we should expect our U.S. team to win this group and then obviously go into this new round of 32 and go on and hopefully do good things and things that haven't been done before.
Alexi, obviously your last two internationals in this international break weren't great, getting beat by Belgium and Portugal, but these are two very good sides coming from Europe. Are there any concerns now maybe going into the World Cup after what you've seen in those two internationals?
Yeah, you guys know how the heart or the faint of heart is impacted by wins and losses, and the pendulum goes back and forth. And we're winning the World Cup. We're getting grouped. Not a good window, obviously, for the team and the message that it sends. And for Mauricio Pochettino, so close to this World Cup, as you mentioned, two good teams, but it was much more about the way in which we lost as opposed to just losing. Certainly, we could lose to those two teams, but we also know that ultimately, Pochettino and any coach for that matter and team is going to be judged after that first whistle blows this summer. But again, the message, I get people texting me and calling me after this window, after these two losses, saying that aren't into soccer necessarily, but know the World Cup's coming and want to support this team. Is this team worth our time? And, there's a little truth to it, but also I think, it was 2 days. And I think there was some experimentation going on, which is a little concerning this close to the World Cup, but certainly from an England perspective, about experimentation right now. So not a great window, but I don't think it's the end of the world, and I don't think the sky is falling.
Yeah, I noticed that Mauricio Pochettino came in for a lot of criticism, actually, after those results. Is that fair? Where do the American fans stand on him right now? Are they all convinced?
No, I think the jury's out, and ultimately, like I said, he'll be assessed and judged if he does something in the World Cup. And something that we haven't seen before. I think there is some concern. Again, I go back to this experimentation. I mean, keep in mind that coming into this window, he had made a point of saying the World Cup starts here in March 1st. Well, if the World Cup started, we're in deep you-know-what, losing both of those games. So maybe there's a little hyperbole and maybe there's something lost in translation when it comes to Mauricio Pochettino. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, a little bit of grace, but he's got to get it done. He's being paid a tremendous amount of money, high expectations. It's not just a World Cup, it's a home World Cup, and we want to see things that we haven't seen before.
Alexis, someone who we know these parts really well is Christian Pulisic. Now, I know for such a long time he's been so important to the USA. Are you expecting him to play well? Not only play well, if USA are going to go all the way and have a really good World Cup, is he going to be at the centre of it?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to star, and he at times has starred for this U.S. team. He's in a horrible moment right now at AC Milan, not even getting on the field and coming in as a sub, and especially a tale of two seasons because he was arguably the best player in Serie A in the first half of the season, and now he can barely get on the field. But we also know at times when it comes to the international game that form is fallacy. We hope that's the case here where he turns it on, but he's certainly not, functioning on all cylinders right now, coming into, again, not just a World Cup, but a home World Cup that's very, very important to him. He's got to have a good World Cup for this U.S. team to do things, like I said, that we haven't seen before.
Just before we let you go, I know that the first open sale of tickets for the World Cup, charging up to £10,000, just under $11,000 actually, to be at the final. A lot of fans, that's priced out over here. How are the Americans feeling about that?
I mean, we're a country and a culture based on capitalism. And if people didn't want to go to these games, people wouldn't be paying the money. So it's not that people are blasé about it. And it's not something that isn't, I think, a fair conversation to have and the criticism that FIFA is coming in for it. But we also know that this is a World Cup that I think is not just going to be the biggest World Cup in terms of teams, but I think it's going to make the most money. And there's certainly a business behind all of this. But I think think the stadiums are going to be packed. I think it's going to be a wonderful atmosphere. And like I said, it's an advertisement to the world, and we want to make sure that whether it's you guys watching the games or the players on the field or anybody watching it around the world, that we give the best representation of what I feel is the greatest country in the world.
Lexi, always a pleasure. There's a bit of Clark Kent about you today with the cap and the glasses. You've been told that before?
Yeah, we'll wait till I change. Like I said, 65 days, and then I'm going to change.
Into what?
Go eat your crisps, if that's what you really call them over there.
Go eat your fries. We'll speak to you in a bit. We'll see you soon, my friend.
All right, guys.
There you go, wonderful Lexi Lalas. Fries and chips.
Yeah, chips and dips.
Chips and dips.
I don't mind Ruffles.
I don't even know what they are.
Yeah, they're nice.
What are they?
Like ready salted, like they've got like a
crisps.
A little bit like McCoy's, but a bit smaller.
Let me ask you this. We have chips, which are French fries, and they have chips, which are crisps. Do they have crisps?
I don't know. I've never heard my auntie say crisps.
Why? Is she American?
She lives over there, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Otherwise, if she lived in like Stepney, that'd be a bit weird. More for me and DB right after this, live and drive and talk sport.
I know you want to be diplomatic and you're maybe tiptoeing around a bit. Would you have gone in for the Tottenham job? Would you have taken it? Given what we've seen, we've watched Tottenham and everyone's sort of dancing around it.
You just mentioned something there, and this would be more important to me. And obviously, the career I've had, it does pay well. I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't look in for money. They could offer me a massive amount of money. I'm sure they're capable of it, and I'm sure, well, allegedly, they've offered De Zerbi a massive amount of money.
It would have been about
no, it'd have been about what you're going to gain me as a human being. What would I gain, right? You go in there, you get the job done. 6 games into next season. If you're not in the top 4 and the football's not what they want, rubbish, get them out. So you're not going to gain a lot there, are you? So then, and that's if you get the job done, because it's not easy. And then you don't get the job done, and then somehow it's on my neck that I took Tottenham down. You go, well, that ain't good for me as a human. This is not even about football. I'm going, well, that ain't good, is it?
What do you reckon?
You know what I mean? So I go, and then you get some money, and I go, well, I'm not thirsty for that. I've got some money, so how much do you want?
You know the dynamic of the industry. We all know the two biggest commodities in football are talent and gossip, right? Or money and gossip. money and gossip, right?
You must have. I don't know if it's an equal measure. Money and gossip beats talent.
Money and gossip was what I meant. Money and gossip, right? What do you think is wrong with Tottenham?
Well, I mean, I find it I find it really interesting from the outside. I know Thomas. And if I was a Tottenham fan, and I know a few, I thought the manager was getting a hell of a lot of heat and weight on that. And if I was Tottenham, I'd be looking at some of the players, me personally, I'd be going, hang on a minute. Look at all this money they've spent. And money doesn't guarantee anything, by the way. It's another myth about football. But it gives you a better chance. And you're going, right, so they've spent this money. Look at these players. Allegedly, I keep hearing this, and I do at Forest, all these talented players. Talent is when you deliver. You can be telling if you're not delivering, that ain't talent.
Cricket balls are red, baseballs are white, American footballs are brown, and tennis balls are yellow. We don't even think about it really, but the story behind the tennis ball is actually quite interesting and even involves Sir David Attenborough. I know, here's the tale. Tennis has its roots in 12th century France when people used to make balls from all sorts. Cork, wool, chalk, animal fur and even human hair. Uniformity was found centuries later when people started making balls out of something called vulcanized rubber, invented in the US. But the balls kept on breaking, so a British lawyer, who also loved tennis, suggested they put a flannel covering on the outside, and thus the tennis ball as we know it was born. One problem, it was either white or black. And when the controller of BBC Two, Sir David Attenborough, decided Wimbledon would be shown in colour on the BBC in 1967, no one could actually see the balls on telly. So the International Tennis Federation went away and created a new colour called Optic Yellow, which would show up without the need for a 4K LED display. Not that anyone had that in the 1960s, of course. Since then, all tennis balls have been covered in that material and have their trademark colour for that exact reason. Amateur tennis players and dogs worldwide are forever grateful. You could say the ITF aced it.
Champions League driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Following us at 7, the GOAT, Adrian Darren, most live coverage of Sporting against Arsenal in the Champions League. Go on, Sporting. Would you believe it? I feel like I've won a competition because Adrian joins us now to look ahead to it all right now. Aid, good evening. Happy Easter.
How are we doing?
Well, good. Are you all right? You well? You have a nice... Well, you didn't have a break. You were working, weren't you?
Yeah, pretty much working all the time. But I love the Good Friday, Easter Monday football. For me, it's one of the highlights of the season. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was at City Liverpool on Saturday as well. Okay. So that was a joy to witness, and got home in time to see the Southampton Arsenal game, which was wonderful.
I was gonna start with that, right? Because considering that result, how important is tonight for Arsenal?
Yeah, listen, you've said it all already. They've lost the cup final. They've been knocked out by Southampton. This is a massive test for Arsenal tonight. And you know, it could all come crumbling down. Not many of us can really see them giving up the 9-point lead at the top of the table, even though they've got to go to City and City have got a game in hand. We're still, realistically, you're thinking they're still going to see that home, surely. Yeah. But Champions League, suddenly, the pathway opened up to the semi-finals, and that was when it was going to start to get tricky for them. But here we are thinking, hang on a minute, we saw Sporting in the last round absolutely go for it, and their attack was irresistible against Bodo Glimt when they had to come back from a 3-goal first leg deficit. So they've got the ammunition for sure, and Arsenal have got to be at their back to their very best tonight. But they look a long way off it, don't they?
You know what, Aid, at the minute they do. And Andy asked me the question earlier, what's the more important game, tonight against Sporting or Saturday Bournemouth? And I said Saturday Bournemouth.
So you're resting everybody for tonight, yeah?
No, I'm not resting them, but I'm talking about in terms of the season moving forward. I think Bournemouth is a bigger game than... Because Arsenal, whatever happens tonight, Arsenal can rectify that next week. Bournemouth isn't, that you can't.
No, that's true. And how have we got to a point, Darren, you answer this, how have we got to a point where there's almost a reliance now on Max Dowman? Because the threats just aren't there, don't seem to be there from an Arsenal point of view. And it's a weird situation. And I don't think Gyökeres is as bad as a lot of people are making out, but he seems to be unreliable, and this is a big test for him tonight. I think it'll be quite hostile for him at his old place if he's selected. So I'm a bit bemused as to how it's got to this situation with Arsenal, where they've lost the cup final, they've lost to Southampton, and now all of a sudden they're being doubted for the other two competitions as well. And everybody's saying Max Dowman should be in the team and he should be going to the World Cup. It's a really bizarre situation.
Do you know what it is? It is bizarre, right, Aidan? I'm with you. I think Gyökeres has done okay. He come off the bench and scored a good goal. But I think for Max Dowman, because he's the only one who seems like he's playing with that freedom, I think Arsenal fans are like, well, there you go. He's not playing within himself. He's giving it 100%. He's exciting. And Arsenal need a little bit of that because, listen, you could be the biggest Arsenal fan out there. You can't tell me Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, Madueke, Odegaard are playing well or have been at the levels that we're used to seeing this season. They just haven't.
No, but the weird thing is they could win the Premier League and the Champions League, and yet they haven't. You're right, they haven't been at those levels we expect, and Saka's a great example. He's been absolutely sensational, pretty much 9 out of 10 last couple of seasons, and this season you're looking at 5s and 6s out of 10. He could suddenly recapture form. They could all suddenly recapture form, but you tell me, Darren, how would those guys who are regularly in the team and have been regularly in the team, the Trossards and Havertz's and Saka's, how are they thinking, looking at Max Dowman and realising, hang on a minute, he's showing us up here? Then, I mean, obviously they're respectful of him, but aren't they thinking to themselves, hang on, I've got to look at myself here. Why am I not taking Arsenal over the line this season?
Do you know what? 100% Aid. And I think that's how you have to be. If you start questioning him, why is he in the team? I think first and foremost, the reason why he's getting more minutes now is because you're not doing it. And listen, they're experienced players. They've been in the dressing room a long time. They should know that. That's why Max Dowman now is getting all the minutes and getting all the headlines.
I haven't got long with you. Just how do you think that one will finish tonight?
It could be a draw, but I don't see Arsenal losing the tie. Okay. I think they'll be too cautious.
All right. Just ever so quickly, let's touch on the game. I think you're there tonight, actually, to see Southampton make the long trip to sixth place Wrexham. You're there tonight, right?
I'm sitting in the press box looking straight into the sunshine as we speak.
How do you see this one going, Aid?
I think that Southampton Cup tie, that win over Arsenal, will have taken a lot out of them. I saw Wrexham at West Brom on Friday. They got a 2-2 draw, haven't been 2 down. They finished the game very strongly, Wrexham. I do fancy Wrexham to see this one home tonight.
Aid, I'm glad the sun is shining. Have a lovely evening, Aid.
It's a beautiful day. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Aid.
There you go. I thought Adrian Durham, a big night ahead of all the football. Of course, Aid will keep you up to date with everything and anything that happens in it. Right, time now for this.
Couldn't believe he got a yellow card for that. The game's gone.
Honestly, I've seen my Sunday League team defend better than our back line. Welcome to Sorry, not that. Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yes, time to hear from Dylan Orr. Oh, you haven't given me the... Oh, Dylan Orr, that's his name, sorry. From our friends at Paddy Power, who's got something he wants to get off his chest in this week's Moany Fans feature. Dylan's reputation being a bit of a moaner, well established. Let's find out what he's moaning about this week.
My moan this week is all about the Champions League. The quarterfinals and semi-finals should be played in a neutral venue. Winner takes all. One-legged affair.
Well, that's it, is it?
That was it. That's quite a short moan, wasn't it? Usually he moans for a long time. Well, Benny and I are going to see if we can out-moan the moaner with our own complaints of the week. We've got 30 seconds each to vent. Producer Billy will decide whether we've eclipsed Paddy's moaner in chief. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay, your 30 seconds of moaning begins now.
Yeah, I'm going to moan about Liam Rosenior benching Enzo Fernandez for the next 2 games. I understand he was talking, flapping his gums, and I know he's got to be punished, but missing Port Vale, I get it. But to lose him against Manchester City, one of the biggest games of the season, they're trying to get themselves back into the Champions League. He has been one of their better players this season. You're almost cutting your nose off to spite your face because he's been one of your highest performers. And to choose that game to leave him out of, I know you've got to set an example. Port Vale was enough. You fine him. You play him against Man City. You don't take him out against that. So, yeah, I'm going to have to moan about that because that makes no sense to me.
Good, that's very good.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. Seems like you're taking this way too serious. Right, time now for mine. I'm going for Birmingham's manager, Chris Davis. We spoke about it earlier on. He was moaning that his side's equalised against Ipswich, disallowed. The referee, the linesman, thought the ball went out of play. He clearly didn't when you look back at the replays or even the still evidence. But that's what happens when you're playing in a league without VAR. You're going to get goals, you're going to get offsides, you're going to get handballs, you're going to get decisions go your way because you don't have VAR. And also, a lot of people have moaned about VAR, saying they want it how it is in the Championship.
Yeah.
Right? You can't have it both ways.
Oh, jeez, that's terrible.
No, you can't have it both ways. Stop. Billy, 2 good moans there. And, of course, I'm your favourite.
And you're a Chelsea fan.
Who is the winner, Billy? Andy wins. Good work.
I didn't hear that, Bill. Best second, please.
Yeah, Andy wins. Andy wins. There you go. Unlucky, sir. There you go. Producer Billy has chosen the winner, and that, of course, is yours truly. That's Paddy Power's Moany Fans for today. Team Plus Gambleware.org.
Moany Fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
He's got it in for you one more, Billy, hasn't he?
Oh, don't worry. It's coming.
Oh, is it? When you've been in the studio for the end of the show? Are you doing that? Have you delegated that? Are you doing it as well, yeah? Double bubble. Good work. When we come back, we'll do bits and pieces and stuff and other things as well.
Can he do it, Ray?
Well, he has got the players. There's no doubt about that. I think Tudor, they made the right decision getting rid of Tudor.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that he wasn't the man to get the best out of the players. You could sense that they wasn't having him at all.
No.
And if you lose the dressing room, some big players in the dressing room, you're in trouble straight away. Probably the press didn't help him when he was going to the press saying they got to run more, they got to do this more. You can say to the players individually that, but you don't do it in the press.
Yeah.
Straight away, you're on the back foot.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
as a player.
What about Romero, Ray? Because you're not
Yeah,
happy
I'm not
with...
too sure about his attitude at the moment. Look, De Zerbi might be totally different with De Zerbi. I think he didn't want to be there under Tudor. Yeah. And he may be influencing other players around him, I don't know. But he said there's 7 cup finals there. There was 8 cup finals before the Forest game, and they lost that one. So, it's a situation now. It's not all about what style of football you play, what tactics you make. It's all about mentality now. For De Zerbi's got to get into those players and say, look, this is so much at stake for us. The next 7 games are massive for the club, massive for the fans.
Yeah.
You go out there, you prove that you're good enough, and you prove that, to me, that you want to be part of this club going forward next season.
Yeah.
And that's work rate, that's wanting it more than the other team, that's mentality by saying, like, we ain't going to get beat today, and all those sort of things got to come into it.
Yeah.
It's not all about tactics and all that. Oh,
No.
he got the right tactics now with him playing. Don't get me wrong, he'll put a team out that's competitive and whatever, but they want it more than the other team. That's all they've got to do every week now.
Yeah.
And if they do that, I think they've got enough quality to stay up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
There's no doubt about that.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it! Oh!
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Team news, stay where you are. It's Champions League drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Follow us at 7 Adrian Durham. Host live coverage of Sporting Lisbon against Arsenal in the Champions League. Bent is not happy. He knows the team news. You don't, but you will in 2 seconds. Jim Proudfoot has all the details. Jim, good evening.
Andy, good evening to you. Well, they're going to still have 5 out ahead of this, their 3rd Champions League quarter-final in succession. Saka and Timber haven't travelled to Portugal, and Capie and Eza still injured as well. Although Rice and Trossard have made the trip, and Gyökeres leads the line against his former club. It's one of 8 changes to the side beaten in Southampton in the FA Cup on Saturday, with Ben White, Gabriel and Martin Odegaard the players who retain their places. So Dauman is among those who drop to the bench. It's Raya in goal, White, Saliba, Gabriel and Calafiori, Rice, Zubimendi and Odegaard, Madueke, Gyökeres and Trossard the front 3. And on the Arsenal bench, Aretha Balaga and Ranson are the keepers. Mosquera, Jesus, Martinelli and Norgard, Havertz, Lewis Skelly, Dauman, Anus and young Marley Salmon. Sporting recall their leading scorer, 33 goals, Suarez. And we kick off at 8 with the whole game live on talkSPORT.
Thank you, Jim. Also in the Champions League, there's a huge game between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Crookie has team news ahead of that one. Crookie, good evening.
Good evening, boys. Talk about a proper heavyweight contest. And the big news is that England captain Harry Kane starts for Bayern, having missed England's defeat to Japan last week and Saturday's 3-2 win in the Bundesliga at Freiburg. For Real Madrid, it's Lunin in goal. Alexander-Arnold, Rudiger, Howson and Carreras in the back four. Valverde, Tchouaméni, Pitark and Gula in midfield, and then the deadly duo of Mbappe and Vinicius Junior in attack. Bayern, who have scored goals for fun en route to the last 8. They have Neuer in goal, Stanisic, Upamecano, Tar and Lima in front of him. Kimmich and Pavlovic hold in midfield. Elise, Gnabry and Diaz behind the returning Kane in attack. This arguably the tie of the round, and the winner may well come from this quarter-final as Real Madrid host Bayern Munich.
Thanks, Crookie. And finally on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Wrexham against Southampton in the Championship. Dave Rowe will be watching for talkSPORT and has the teams for us now. Dave, good evening to you.
Andy, good evening. Massive game here at the Racecourse Ground. 6th against 7th in the Championship. 1 point between them. Southampton and 7th do have a game in hand, so really, really important. Wrexham drew at West Brom on Good Friday. They make 2 changes from that lineup. Viner and Smith are left on the bench. Broadhead and Moore come in, so a real front 3 for Phil Parkinson. O'Brien drops back into midfield. It'll be a Conqueror in goal. Clearworth, Hyam and Doyle the back 3. Kabore, Dobson, O'Brien and Thomason across midfield. Windass and Broadhead supporting Moore up front. Southampton have made 5 changes from the FA Cup victory, that dramatic victory over Arsenal. Though their lineup is very similar to their last league game, which was a 2-0 win over Oxford. Only 2 changes from that lineup. They will go with Peretz in goal, Bree, Harwood, Bellis, Stevens who's back, and Manning across the back 4. Downs and Charles in front of them. Matsuki, Azaz and Idozi behind Larin up front. 8 p.m. kickoff here. It's live on talkSPORT 2 and updates here during the Champions League commentary. Wrexham against Southampton.
Good work as always, Dave. There you go. Another busy night of football. Don't forget the boys on the Sports Bar from about 10:15 will be taking your calls. Guess who's in the studio? He's shy. No more than 9.
His mom should pick him up.
She'll be here in about 8 minutes. Yeah.
He looks like he's...
It's one word, Billy.
Hello.
Now, lots to talk to you about, because, of course, we've been off for 4 days Easter weekend. What'd you do? What'd you get up to? No one cares, mate. No, email here. Don't bother asking Billy what he does at the weekend. No one cares. That's from Dave.
Had like 10 static shocks in the control room
Oh,
today.
yeah. What's that all about?
I don't know what's going on. Really painful.
Good story, that. Good story, that, yeah. Have you not seen those? Sell those dogs. Bentley's looking at the telly. They've got a robot dog on the pitch. They sell them in Selfridges. They're $4,500.
Have you seen? Sorry, I know we've got the quiz.
No, we haven't.
Have you seen Black Mirror?
Yeah. Oh, they've got one of them in it.
It's chasing them around.
Yeah.
That was a bit different than. I'm guessing
They sell them. I'm surprised you ain't got one of them.
Why?
Because it's a dog you can have that won't die.
Actually, that one can go outside.
Right. You can go outside. One word. What are we doing?
Yeah, Real Madrid and Bayern are playing tonight.
Yeah.
So the quiz is all about like Spain and Germany, sort of.
Like them?
Yeah, kind of.
What does that mean?
Do you want to just crack on?
Yeah, we just crack on. There's
Have
no
you want to go
rivalry.
first?
Andy, Real Madrid play tonight.
Yes.
But is this fact real or fake?
Oh, very good.
Antoine Griezmann's 3 children all have the same birthday.
That's right, they do.
But were born on different years.
That's 100% true. I know that to be true.
That is true. What's going on there?
I'm not gonna lie, that scared me. I don't know what the hell it was.
Look at Jack's found another noise. That's what he's been up to the whole weekend. Just downloading noises from YouTube.
Benty.
You excited about the rocket?
Yeah, are they going round the other side of the moon? How long?
They're coming back now.
How long will it take?
They're coming back now. They're on the way back.
To England.
No, to America.
Hey, go on.
To England.
Benty, German and Spanish people don't speak English usually. Say hello in 5 different languages.
Hola.
Yep.
What language is that?
Spanish.
Yeah.
Hola. Hello.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
Wagwan. Jamaican.
I don't think that's necessarily.
Yeah. I think it's in the
I don't think that is. But go on, we'll give you that.
Charles bye. So, au revoir's bye also.
What did you say? What did you say in French when you say hello to someone? You must know that, D.
No.
Begins with B.
B.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. That's me done that.
Really?
Yeah.
No worries.
You could have hello, German. Just replace the E with an A.
Yeah.
I said hello.
Ni hao, konnichiwa.
Oh, konnichiwa.
What's that? What's that?
Japanese or Mandarin.
You speak a bit, yeah?
I say hello in them, yeah.
You just did. Good questions, Bill.
Andy, Spaniards have
Correct.
nice accents.
Yes, they do.
But what is officially the sexiest accent in the world?
In the world,
Gotta be French.
Yeah.
French is amazing. It's definitely not Brummy. You just sit in Gabby every morning. Is it European?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
You
clue,
might
isn't
be-
it?
I think you might be right. France.
No. Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
got nice accents.
Oh, well done, Bill. Why are you ad-libbing? They've got nice accents, is what we learned from Billy today.
Benty, another real or fake for you. A chicken once lived for 18 months without a head.
Do you know what? Because it's so stupid. That's true.
That's 100% true. I've done that.
That is true. You've done that.
We've done that on the 21 Minutes Ago podcast.
Oh, yeah, I heard it.
Do you know why that happened?
Why?
Because they went to cut his head off and slipped, and so cut a lot of his head off, but not all of it, and so they could feed him down his windpipe.
No, imagine
not a windpipe.
Sorry about
that. It was called Mike in the 1940s.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point calling him Mike because he couldn't hear you. His ears are gone.
Andy, where are the Spanish Steps?
Where he left them.
Do you want some options?
No, just guess. Just go on.
I just said that.
Is that your answer?
Where they've always been.
No.
They go up, and sometimes they go down.
I can't argue.
Where are they? Go on, they're on the steps of...
and then Spain, Italy or Leeds.
Leeds.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Got to be Leeds.
Yeah, hasn't it?
It's got to be. I don't think Billy's clever enough to stick Leeds in. Leeds.
It's not Leeds.
Where is it?
They're in Italy, actually.
What are they?
Just some steps in Rome.
Brilliant. Well done. Good
Steps
knowledge.
everywhere, yeah.
Why are they
there.
called that?
Don't know. I went there. It's not that interesting.
Okay.
Go on, my last one. My last
We've got
one.
one question left.
Yeah. Nearest wins.
What word? What are you getting on there? Nearest wins. Well, Benny's nearer to you.
Germany is famed for its sausages.
Yep.
How big's the biggest ever sausage?
What are you laughing for? How big's the biggest ever? What do you want it in?
Meters?
You can answer in whatever you want, and closest will win.
Have you got? You've got everything there. So centimetres you've got, have you?
No.
Right. What have you got there?
Miles.
Right.
I've not had a single burger since
1.2 miles, man.
Plenty of sausage.
7 miles.
38.99 miles.
I need to see a picture of this.
Why'd they not go to 39?
In Romania. I don't know.
Bit weird, isn't it?
Ran out of.
And also, why would they do that?
That is weird. I'm looking for a new catchphrase. That's one massive sausage. That's all we've got time for. Big game tonight in the Champions League and, of course, the Championship. Oh, good tune. Stay with talkSPORT live commentary of Arsenal getting smashed against Sporting. And the boys on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls. 3-1 Sporting. Go on, the boys.
Heard it here first. It can be 3-1. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think the score be?
No, you said that.
All right, Bill, what do you think? No one cares. See you at 4 tomorrow. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Out in the daytime.
And in another experimental training ground activity, Arsenal's players have been pictured working in groups to avoid dropping pens on the floor while dribbling the ball. You'll see this on the screen now if you're watching the show. Gabby, I don't know enough about it, but it looks more a kind of bonding thing. The lads are having a laugh and whatever it is they've got to do, keep the ball up, no drop the pen. I don't think there's any harm in that.